Good flipping morning. It is sunny, it is cloudy, it is hot, and it is humid, and we got the Buffalo Bills tonight at 8:15 Eastern Daylight Time. Yeah, still. It's going to be hot and muggy tonight, according to the weather. And the Buffalo Bills are coming in to Hard Rock Stadium to take some medicine. We'll be talking about that and much, much, much more. I'll be opening it up for you guys to talk as much as you want. Catch you in a sec.
Turner Yell makes the stop in the secondary for Denver. 1st and 10. The fake. Good block in there, and down it goes. Caught at the 30. This is the dynamic throw. He's in for 6. Tyreek Hill. Touchdown.
Take into your hands a plan, your own hands can land your own brand. And damn, I feel like no one takes accountability. They want the credibility, convincingly unwilling to put in the hours it takes to get some power. Don't be f***ing sour, take a cold shower, scream until you're louder, work until you're prouder, and f*** all the doubters, they're just your downers. I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off, it's these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve it now. It's only worth it if you work for it.
I could have been better. I could have let down my window, in that instant. But the thing about me is, man, I don't want attention. I don't want to be like cameras out, phones on you, in that moment. But at the end of the day, I'm human. I gotta follow rules. I gotta, do what everyone else would do. So now, does that give them the right to literally beat the dog out of me? Absolutely not. But at the end of the day, I wish I could go back and do things a bit differently. I could have been better. I could have let down my window, in that instant. But the thing about me is, man, I don't want attention.
No, you don't, Tyreek. You don't got to do what everybody does. That's precisely why your rights exist. We'll get to that soon, but we're going to talk some Dolphins and Bills. Dolphins and Bills, our biggest rival. They're coming. We're coming. And we got already out the gate El Capitan in the building. What's up, man?
Hey, what's up, Culler?
Nada, man.
Just
I'm
getting
burned.
ready.
I am burned up, bro. That's what I am. I am absolutely livid, bro. But I'm gonna carry that energy. I'm gonna convert that energy into game energy to get our boys to win tonight, man. I ain't gonna dwell on it all.
What you pissed off about?
Oh, I mean, just that Tyreek thing, man. I got a little more to say on it today. I'm not gonna make it the whole show. You know what I mean? Because it's game day. I already kind of did the pregame rundown yesterday.
Yeah.
So I figured I'd open it up for open mic if anybody wants to get some energy out for the game.
Yeah,
rah,
I
rah,
think
boom, bah. It's game day, baby.
Yeah, I'm trying to just not focus on the Tyreek Hill thing because it's just it's counterproductive, right? Like I'm not an anti-policing type person.
Oh, I agree. I agree with you there.
If anything, I would say I'm more on cop's side than not. But I'm not.
I'm for the rule of law, and I'm for the
right.
men that are willing to stand by the rule of law and their oath to the Constitution. That's what I'm for.
But the ignorance of people who side with cops for the sake of, I don't know, man. To me, it seems, I don't know. There's a lot of different terms people put on it, but I've just put that they're ignorant, right? That there's not cops that abuse power, that there isn't a prevalent force within policing. I would say a 25% Because I mean, look, there was 6 cops there, and 1.5 of them didn't handle it right.
Well,
You know
Cap,
what I'm saying?
it's a matter of attitude, and I don't mean. I want to make sure I'm clear. I don't mean like I have an attitude or your attitude. You know what I mean? I mean like perspective, angle, attitude. The attitude that has developed in law enforcement countrywide, nationwide over the last 30 years or more has just become an attitude of this is how we feel about the general public. And, you know, oh, we're absolving ourselves of any discrimination because we do it to everybody. But do you? You know, and
I
it's
mean,
like, does it end
listen,
up that way? You know what I mean? It doesn't end up that way, regardless of what
they
their
do it.
intent
They
is,
do
like,
do it
you
to
know what I mean?
everybody. There are those that receive it more than others. But I mean, I have
Well,
to
it's
assume
also going to disproportionately affect, you know,
those.
definitely certain
Absolutely.
people, and you know, it could come from a wide variety of reasons, up to and including, you know, race. But at the
100%.
time, it's a general attitude that a police state takes towards its public,
The bottom line is this, right? Like,
and it's got to change.
and I want to get on to the game stuff, but if that guy didn't have that gun and that badge and was acting like that with me or somebody, I don't give a damn if you're big, strong, and gonna whip my ass. I ain't gonna take it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You
Well,
don't get hands put on you,
on that
and that's
note,
the problem.
real quick, I want to remind everybody, welcome again. I'm your host, Culler. This is Culler Commentary. We got El Capitan in the building. He is the proprietor of our great network. It was his
Hello.
brainchild. It was his idea. And we're just carrying the torch for this gentleman right next to me. So appreciate you being here today, Cap. And everybody hit the like button. Make sure you're subscribing to the Finn's Tailgate. Because, you know, we'll just drop a tailgate whenever, and hit the notification bell, because we'll just drop it whenever you don't even know it's coming. And you know,
you can guarantee this, right? You can guarantee that there's going to be at least one show a day during the season, and if not in season, you know, we go a little lower. But during season, there's going to be minimum one. Sometimes there's 3 or 4 shows in a day on the network. So we're bringing it to you.
and we'll talk about all the important breaking stuff, you know. And look, if ESPN ain't gonna do it, I ain't gonna shy away from talking about the issues either when it comes to our, you know, multi tens of multi-million-dollar wide receiver, you know, getting treated like a common criminal. I'm sorry.
Well,
you know what?
you know,
People talk about entitlement. I think Tyreek Hill, despite his transgressions in life, as far as how he's, you know, succeeded in life at his profession, I think he deserves a little entitlement. Everybody else gets it.
I'm not. Look, you know. Well, here's the thing. He can be
And
famous.
when I say entitlement, I mean at least deference to know, okay, this guy's really not a safety threat. We ain't got to treat him this way.
Well, they rolled up on him like they were like they were called to a guy fleeing the scene of a crime. That's how
which is pointed out, and that's what I was actually going to get at, which is pointed out in this video. I'm not going to play it because I'd like to ask the guy for permission before I do, because, you know, people are striking everybody for everything these days.
Oh my God! Well, you know how it is. As soon as September comes around, it's like YouTube's algorithm goes 10,000.
Well, this guy's a regular YouTuber, so he probably wouldn't strike us. You know what I mean?
But we should ask for permission anyhow.
I'd like to. And he's a lawyer, so I'd like to ask him for permission. You know what I mean?
So real quick, Adam Stulowski, 16 months in a row, buddy. Thank you for the membership, guys. Join the membership. Help support the program. We don't make no money doing this, dude. It needs everybody y'all's help to stay afloat. And I also see level 2 noob. Holler, you want a golf show, dog? I will make it happen. You want to do a golf
Anytime,
show?
bro.
I don't
Anytime.
watch golf.
Make
I'm
it
not
on
a fan
some
of golf.
boring day like Tuesday, which is perfect for golf. You know what I mean? Don't you all play
don't-
your games on like Tuesdays in the middle of the week
I
or
don't
something?
watch golf. I don't play golf. It's not for me. Maybe one day I will. But if golf was a contact sport, I'd be in it. But that's just not my
Well, it
not my
can be a
vibe.
contact. It can be a contact sport if you got geese on the course. You know.
Nah, man. I mean, look, when Happy Gilmore for real ends up in golf, then I'll maybe watch it. But
Oh,
it's just not
the
my.
geese attack people all the time down here playing golf, man.
I mean, yeah. Listen, geese don't give a damn, dude. They are non-discriminatory. Everyone's their victim. So everybody
I'm
know that
telling you,
about
bro.
geese.
Telling you. Oh, by
But
the way, Amun had another batch of kids, dude.
dude,
And he's
Color's
proud.
got
He's as proud as ever, man.
Color's got a whole freaking thing going on with the geese in his neighborhood. He's got names for them. He's got a whole deal. He loves to watch them attack and defend their territory. It's a whole freaking saga that he's
Oh
got
yeah. Well,
going on.
these are Egyptian geese, OG Barry.
See
They're
what I
not
mean?
gross. They take care of themselves. They're actually pretty obsessive about it. They come down to this canal and like I saw them bathing yesterday in the rain, like in the canal. I'm like, dang, these guys are obsessive, man. They're like clean freaks.
Well,
Anyway,
let's get on it, Color, because
yeah. So real quick, because I want to get through because I don't want to dwell on it today. It's game day, but I do want to make a couple statements and then move on to football. There is this gentleman, John H. Bryan Esquire. He's a civil rights lawyer that has a YouTube channel. It's called The Civil Rights Lawyer. He's got 711,000 subscribers. The reason I'm telling you that, obviously, is because any old yahoo can call himself a lawyer and go on YouTube. But this guy seems to be accredited by YouTube as far as monetization and all that, and 711,000 subscribers. This video that William Perry, by the way, thank you very much, William Perry, who reached out to me on Twitter and shared this link with me. This lawyer does a complete breakdown of how and why and where Tyreek Hill's civil rights were violated, or his rights, and some would say civil. And it's just, look, if you haven't watched this video, which I'm going to drop the link right now for you to watch it. If you
I
haven't
seen William Perry in chat telling you he was going to send that to you. Fucking, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's excellent. It's absolutely excellent. It's only 36 minutes long. It's not going to take your whole day to watch it. Okay, but this guy, if you don't or haven't watched this video, you have no right to say anything about what Tyreek Hill did, said, or acted like to provoke or warrant the violence that was perpetrated against him by this police officer. Okay, and if you think I'm being hyperbolic, I'm sorry. This is a really important issue to me. Okay, aside from the race part of it, okay, this has been a really important issue to me that I've never had a chance to speak on publicly. Okay, so you're getting it. Okay, and I'm going to do another show that way people can decide. Hey, I don't want to watch that, but the people that do can. I'm going to do another show sometime in the next few days, devoted to this particular topic, and I'm hoping I might be able to, if I'm nice to somebody, maybe I can get him to come on and talk to us. As far as this guy that does this video, who knows? Maybe he's a really cool guy, but
That would be great.
Maybe he'll at least give me permission to do a reaction video to his video, so I can feel comfortable to know that I did my part to show it to my audience, because I can't force you to go click on the link, but I'd love to be able to play and do a reaction video to what this guy's saying. Okay, because if you haven't watched this video, I really don't want to hear from you. I'm sorry to be so abrupt and rude, but I don't want to hear from you if you haven't given this video the time. Okay, because you'll fully understand all of the stuff that I said the other day about how I felt and what I thought without being a legal expert has been confirmed by this legal expert. Okay.
What I don't want to hear from is the people making excuses for the cops. That's what I don't want to hear. I'll hear from everything else because I
Okay.
feel like there's good people
And
saying they're critical of the cops, but they're also, you know, not
well,
anti-police.
I'm not anti-law, and I'm not anti-men who and women who uphold the Constitution to enforce that law. I am not against those people at all. If you are one of those people, this is not for you. Bottom line. But I know what I would have done if I was an officer of the law who took an oath to the Constitution. If I was standing there watching that, I know what I would have done. And I probably would have lost my job for the opposite reasons that this guy's likely has a high chance of losing his. And for all of you, this is another thing I'm going to get at. This is part of what I'm going to talk about on when I do this show. Okay, because I'm going to do a deeper dive into the nature of this other video I found. Okay? That it's done by this same lawyer. Okay? And the particular officer in that incident was fired.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind, homie's getting fired,
okay,
bro.
this
There's
video
no
is
friggin' way
one,
this guy
bro,
doesn't get fired.
Capitan, this incident is almost 1-to-1 with Tyreek. He asked the person for their license. This person couldn't find theirs right away, quick enough. He proceeded to yank this person out of the car, put him on the ground, exactly the same way as Tyreek, knee in the back, cuffed. This person even said they had a knee injury because they needed help up to be lifted up.
God damn.
They finally got an answer because the person had already asked what they got pulled over for, and the officer said, that's not important, before he yanked her out of the car.
Oh, it was a female.
Yeah, it was a woman.
Oh, my God.
Not only was
Wow.
it a woman, it was an 18-year-old high school girl.
Oh, my God, dude. Listen. All right, enough. I don't want to talk about it no more, Culler. I don't want to talk about it no more. Fucking pissing me off. I don't want to talk about it no more because I'm going to start saying some shit.
Y'all want to keep sticking your heads in the dirt.
I don't like
okay,
it. Don't
and act like their manners don't matter. Okay?
Fuck, dude. Grab my fucking daughter and yank her out the car like that, and I don't give a shit.
We're gonna dive into that and what this guy has to say about the Tyreek case on the show that I plan. I don't want to do it here anymore. You know,
I think you should see if you can get him to come through, man. That would be freaking amazing. You should reach out to him on Twitter and other forums and try to get in touch with him and tell him, on your Dolphins platform, and would love to ask him questions and pick his brain about it, and maybe field questions from Dolphins fans and people that want to know.
I almost did the Matthew McConaughey speech.
I don't know which one that is.
From a time to kill.
Oh yeah, I know. God, all right.
Like lead him all the way through. I would have said, "Hey, this person was, Daddy was an NBA superstar, and blah blah blah," and I'd get all the way to the end, and I'd be like, "Now picture she's white."
Yeah. Again, I don't know. In my experience, I'm only someone who's lived in Florida. And for people who don't know Florida, don't live in Florida, and I hate to get political about it. I get that we've always been a red state, but we have always been a progressive society amongst each other. We have really, don't get me wrong, there was some dark times in the early 90s on all sides. But for the most part, we are a progressive people that embrace each other's cultures, and we enjoy our company to those that differ from each other. So I think, for at least in my personal experience, it's a long time beyond the separation of one or the other. And we ain't gonna stand for that shit, bro. We're not gonna stand for it. And I mean, to me, and I said it when I saw the video, I'm surprised nobody got out of their car in traffic and was like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Well, somebody did. His teammates.
Yeah, but I'm talking about.
And they got cuffed too.
I know damn good and well if I was driving by there, I'd have hopped out and be like, "What the fuck are y'all fucking doing? Y'all need to stop." So I'd have been in handcuffs.
You know, if and I really like what Julius said in his statement because he didn't blame it on particular. He's not accusing that officer of being racist. He's accusing the policies and practices of basically effectively acting racist because of the fact that it disproportionately affects people. In other words,
we know that.
I said it last night. I feel like
that too.
As many times as I've been treated in that manner by police officers in my life, wah for me because I feel like, you know, I'm only alive because my skin is white. Because I've been treated in the same manner. Now, in all those times I was treated that way, I do question, what if I was black? Would I still be alive?
Mm-hmm.
You know, so my point is not to wah color because I've been treated that way too. My point is to say they're treating everybody this way. And yes, it does disproportionately affect minorities. But they are treating the general public this way, and it is constitutionally wrong.
It's not.
Period.
It's not right.
End of story. According to this lawyer, they violated his Fourth Amendment rights. So, the last link as we transition into football, because I see Hooked Up Joe is in back. Anybody coming up today is certainly welcome to speak on the issue, but I'd rather, when it's game day, we got to talk Dolphins.
Yeah, but I want to turn the page because Culler.
But I do respect Hooked Up Joe's opinion if he does want to actually make a statement on this issue. The last thing I'm going to do as we transition over to Dolphins and Bills, unless there's anything else you got to say, Cap, is post the link to the video from this same lawyer about that 18-year-old high school girl so you can see for yourself the video of what the cop did.
Yeah, I'm going to have to check it out myself, but I just want to do this. Look, you guys know me. I'm Captain 10. I have a good time. I like to, put the jacket on. I like to have fun. That's my mode, right? I don't have 4 or 5 gears in my car, right? I ain't got a 6. I got 2 gears. I got me this way you guys always see me, or me in a completely different way where my eyes go dead and I don't give a fuck about nothing. And when I talk about this, I feel that boiling. I can't take it. I won't take it.
I'm in fuego, bro.
It brings out the part of me that, like, I hate bullies. I hate people who get bullied. I hate motherfuckers who think they can inflict any of their power over someone who they perceive to be weaker, because I like them to try to push up on me like that. And not that they perceive Tyreek Hill as a weak person, but that guy is certainly a fucking bully. And if he wants, big 6'3", 250, rocked out, big tough guy, take that badge and gun off, son. I'll wear your fucking ass out. I don't give a fuck.
Can we go have a beer, me and Tyreek, and we can work it out? No, you know what I mean? Like, bro, I know there's people in the audience that are here for Dolphins talk, and you didn't want anything to do with this issue. I get it. You know what I mean? You just got to realize that this issue is so important to me and has burned me up so much since it happened that I have been
Culler's losing
able
sleep
to do
over this
nothing
shit,
but
y'all.
eat, sleep, and breathe it in my mind. You know what I mean?
Culler is fucking losing sleep over this shit, y'all.
It's just, and for people to, all the tropes and on both sides of all politics are like this and that with all the same stuff, and it's like, you guys, none of it's about that. Those are all that stuff is symptoms.
It's not.
This
it's not
is
about
the problem. You cannot.
The problem is,
and I know people are going to probably. I know Tua haters are probably going to laugh at me for saying this, and I don't care. You cannot treat people that way. Period.
That's true. Bottom line is this:
even if the guy was a hardened criminal, Why
Yeah, I
are you
don't care.
treating him that
I don't
way?
care if
You're
that
just going to
guy's
provoke him.
I don't care if that guy's a 3-time felon. You know what I'm saying? That's out on parole and has a history of violence. It's not again, our police force officers have to be the bigger, better person in all scenarios. That's in the job description. And if they can't control themselves, then we will have pandemonium and anarchy. That's it. You are breaking down the literal society with that. That's it. That's all I want to say about it. Let's Hooked Up Joe's got something.
Yes, sir. How you doing, Hooked Up Joe?
Hooked Up Joe, you want to touch
Good.
on this, or are we switching gears here, brother?
No, I'll watch the show on it when you're doing that. If I can make that, I'd like to make it for sure because I do have feelings
Okay,
on
cool.
it, as you saw from my other story.
Culler, you need to
And
make this happen.
and on your comment about our when push comes to shove in Florida, we're going to all stick together, and we just had a situation where they were trying to put golf courses in our state parks, and we all went ape shit over that. And that's just
100%.
another example about how we can have a certain style of politics potentially on those that are elected, but when it gets right down to it, we're all going to work together for what's right. And that's the only thing I'd say that was non-football related.
I would say this to point out, we're in an election year. I talked about it a lot as we were coming up to the season. People, do not let yourself get all worked up about politics because next year they ain't gonna give two fucks about you either side. They only care to fucking placate to you for your vote now. That's it. Because come next year, it's all pushing. And people, friends, family you're fighting with, you don't want to say things you don't mean because you've allowed the media and bullshit to get you all worked up. When to me, there's only two classes in society, us and them, the haves and have nots. And as Hooked Up Joe pointed out, all people of political divides and creeds and colors and religious whatever, on the nose, on the whole, we're good people that believe in the right thing to do. And when stuff like in your local communities and stuff, they don't care who's aligning with it. I don't want no damn golf courses in my freaking state parks. Why? This is a state park. Stop trying to cater to the haves by giving them what they want in their fucking golf course. Go to hell.
And that's exactly what we told them. And it worked for now.
So I see Michael K using his member chat to say EM Dork fan accuses people of the same thing they aren't. And I don't know what he's getting on that. And then also Adam using his
to have that discussion with EM. That's all there is to
it. So yeah, listen, game time, boys.
Game time.
This is
prime
it.
time.
Like,
well, again, last thing I'll say real quick: look out for it because I'm not done on this issue, and I'll probably end up. I mean, fortunately, so far PBSO has been pretty forgiving and hasn't harassed me because I'm sure they probably got people watching this stream too. You know what I mean? But a shout out to PBSO. They have been upstanding officers since I moved back to Florida recently. A model of how things should go down in Dade, if you ask me. But
that's crazy to hear, Culler, and good to hear because when I was living in Palm Beach, it was a running joke that you got pulled over. How long did you stay in jail?
I could argue they're not doing enough if that tells you how out of the way they're being. You know what I mean?
Well, I don't like that.
They're just letting us live our lives up here, man. You know?
Yeah,
seems
well,
like
I told
now
you
the locals always have issues, but a lot of them just got shut down, and everything is under the PBSO's purview pretty much now.
Yep. Even
well, they had to freaking switch to the sheriff's department because just so everybody knows, in Palm Beach County over there in Boynton Beach, it was one of the dirtiest police departments ever. The FBI went ahead and arrested, I forget how many cops
Really?
ended up getting arrested. They were running a drug and prostitution and racketeering
Allegedly.
rink. Not allegedly. This all fucking came out. There's no alleged shit. This was years ago, a couple years back. I want to say 2015
Right.
was when it happened, when the hammer came down. Plus, when they had all the traffic cameras there in Palm Beach County and the areas. Oh my God, bro.
Well, that
30.
was deemed unconstitutional. They had to take those down.
I know. Well, guess what? After the whole state deemed it unconstitutional, Boynton still held on to it for
Yeah,
about
and you know,
3 years past
up
it.
in Missouri, they around the same time up in Missouri, they did the same thing, and
Yep.
all of the municipalities left them up, even though we know they're supposed to be off, because they wanted the people that don't pay attention to the news to think they're still working. You know what I mean?
Yep. Well, whatever, fucking pricks. All right, let's get into it. Game on. Bills, Dolphins. Who's gonna have a commanding lead in the AFC East? Not, one of these teams is going to be 2-0 with their first win in the East. Which, I mean, look, I don't know what happens with the Patriots. I'm not worried about them competing for the East. We already know the Jets are 1 game back. You win this game, Miami. You get a game and a half on the Jets. You get depending on what the Patriots do on Sunday, you're a half a game ahead of them, and you're a half a game ahead of the freaking Buffalo Dillholes. So this is an important.
Yeah, you mean the Billikens, Buffalo
Billikens, Buttfillos. Butt fill holes, whatever you want to call them, Buffaloes, Barfalo, all that.
Barfalo.
Yeah, Barfalo is Pam's. It is. So to me, this has to be the time. I am worried with the injuries on offense. We know our wide receiving room is thin. We know our running back room is banged up with Raheem Mostert. Game time decision tonight on Devon Achane, even if he is on the 53, which I expect him to be, honestly, because the Dolphins haven't elevated. If the Dolphins needed to elevate or sign somebody from the running back room, they would have already done it. So that hasn't happened yet. Because, I mean, what do we have for running backs, right? We would have 2 tailbacks along with Ingold play the game. You can't do that. You need to have 3 running backs on your game day roster. There's no way you're going to go with only 2. So chances are Achane will be in there. Oh man, wow, what a surprise if he's not. And it's just on Jeff Wilson Jr. and Jalen Wright. I expect to see Jalen Wright get his fair share of the carries, no matter what happens with Achane. And look, I mean, to me, the key to winning the game is our front four getting pressure. Our front four getting pressure, and just tight coverage in the back end. That's it. Let's contain Josh Allen, and let's do this.
So I fact checked myself. Good morning, the Reverend William Perry.
Oh, what up? What up?
Biggest Tua supporter on the planet. I will have to give him his credit. The man is right up there in the thick of things, in the roll tide. He's right in it.
Wait a second.
He bathes in the tide, in the crimson tide. So,
well, hold on a second, William Perry, because you might be the best in your area, but number one in the nation is Batman, who has the 2 in ear tramp stamp tattooed on his backside. So it says 2 in ear on his backside.
I gotta get one of those.
Well, I was gonna say, William would be like, "Yo, I got it all the way up my back already."
These earbuds out. My mic just went all the way out. Give me 2 seconds.
No problem, buddy.
That is the man who shared that excellent video with me, William Perry.
Yeah,
appreciate you.
Dope.
Glad to see he's coming around in the morning. He's probably been like bored out of his mind, man. I told him, hey, I'll keep going every morning, keep you somewhere to go to. So here you are. But I got big shoes to fill at this time slot,
Yeah, as we know. But hey, I feel like you're doing a quite the service for the community, and the fans are showing up. And once you're here every morning like you have been, they're gonna know, hey, Color's
There's gonna be
going
some
on.
mornings. There's gonna be some mornings where they're like, "Color, you should have just slept in and not had a show. We'd have been fine with it."
Nah, if that's the case, Color, then drop the link if you ain't got the friggin' energy. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah, yep, that's it exactly. If you all
drop
ever,
the link.
if y'all are ever like, "Color, we're bored as all hell," I'll just drop the link and let y'all pick it up. But I fact checked myself because that's what good people do. And I found out that a Billiken is in fact the Japanese god of good luck, not bad luck. But actually, he's the god of luck, but the like head of the city of good fortune or something.
Real quick, Joe Riss Captain
Thank you, Joe.
in chat says with some nastiness, Bills will be gaped tonight.
Wow,
Damn.
wow, whoa, what's that? I don't know what that is.
real quick, Joe. Are you saying that the Dolphins are going to Shannon Sharp the Bills?
I'm gonna have
Is
to
that what
come
you're
out,
saying?
come out,
wow.
and then come right back in. Give me just a second.
Sure thing,
No
man.
problem, Perry. So yeah, the Dolphins look to Shannon Sharp the Buffalo Bills tonight.
The
Can't
Bills?
wait.
We're
They're
gonna
gonna
shave the Bills.
Yep, we're gonna shay them.
Wow. Hey, shout out to Shay Shay. Love him. Great smile. Oh, geez. We're terrible around here. In the thick of it Thursday. What's up, Jamaican from Zion? How's it going? Sheba Army Brat. Ryan AP, I see y'all in there. Raphael, who had a great show with Shake last night. Insomnia. I think they recorded it. I think it's coming out tonight, ain't it? I don't know if they already released it. I have to ask Shake.
Can y'all hear me?
He probably already got his phone taken away from him by his old lady.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, you sound fine.
What's up, William?
right.
Hey,
Well,
appreciate that. Appreciate
guys,
that video you shared with me, man. That was some really good stuff.
It's such an important topic to me, and it hits so far home. A lot of y'all don't know a ton about me. Y'all know that I'm a comedian that travels and a former professional pool player. Most people know that. But what I've grown up in the South is really different for me. And like yesterday, it was 9/11, all right? And years ago, whenever 9/11 happened, I remember heading home from the pool room at like 7:30 in the morning. And as I was driving from Pensacola back to Alabama, there was a guy walking down the street with a cross on his shoulder, like a massive cross, but the bottom of it had wheels on it. So he's just walking down the side of the street. I didn't even think anything about it. So I go home, go to sleep. I didn't wake up till the very next day. And then like a couple days later, I have to get in the airport to fly to Virginia for the U.S. Open. Not knowing whenever I got to the airport that 9/11 had happened 3 days prior. So I showed up to the airport, and the airport shut down, and the National Guard. It was not a great day for caramel colored people. I'm gonna let you know, because whenever I got there, they was looking at me real suspicious. You know what I mean? And I've looked.
Yeah, they got scared of that beard, huh? And that beard kind of put them feeling kind of way.
I like that caramel colored people. I like that.
Yeah. But so the video that I sent to you, because it's so important to me because it has happened. My dad's a white guy. My stepdad. He's raised me my whole entire life, and he owns a pawn shop that sells massive amounts of guns.
Mm-hmm.
And in the back of the shop, there is a pool room set up for me to just practice, right? And I would practice 10, 12 hours a day on that table. Well, one night I was doing my regular routine, and I walked outside to smoke a cigarette, saw an officer in the opposite parking lot just sitting there, didn't think anything about it, go back into the pool room, practice for another hour, went to go out to use the bathroom, and I'm being held at gunpoint by a complete SWAT team of people.
Uh,
Slammed him on the
Damn.
ground into. And here's the fucked up part about it. Excuse my language. My picture is hanging on the wall of the building. You know what I mean?
Damn.
Yeah. So, and this is just one instance in several instances. My very first run-in with police officers was walking away from a football game across the street from my house and getting accosted snatched up by officers because there were some other kids like 20 yards away from me as I was walking into my house, which is directly across the street from the stadium. This is an important part, but like we did back then. You know, there's no video cameras or body cameras or anything like that. So there was no protecting yourself. Now everything is on camera, and now more than ever, we need to make sure that everybody is protected from the abuse from the police that they so constantly do on a regular basis, and how brutal and unfair they can be by just the looks of people. But the only reason that I was held at gunpoint in my dad's shop is because I don't look like him. You know what I mean? Because they know what he looks like.
Right.
They didn't know they had a son
Right.
that looked like me. You know what I mean? And if you saw my mom's 2 shades darker than me. So, and she's a
I think
beautiful
that
lady.
math checks out. If she's 2 shades darker than you and your dad's a white guy, the maths on that. That checks out.
Well, he's my stepdad, so they don't count. But he raised me. That's why I sound white.
What's up, NCJB? How you doing, buddy?
I'm good.
But I don't want to harp on this because I'm excited about the game tonight. I really want the Bills. I want this win so bad, and I want Tua because they started off slow last week, and it looked so. And in the second half, it looked like Alabama. You know what I'm saying? Like not as it just looked great, and it looked like everything was coming together. Yeah, there was some stalled drives.
By the way, William Perry, I've always wanted to ask you something. First of all, man, you have done a great job slimming up, bro. And how speak to us about your time in Chicago, man. How was that, bro?
Well, I went from the refrigerator to the ice tray, so you know how it goes. Yeah, I didn't even know who William Perry was whenever I was a kid until I didn't even know my name was William Perry until I was like 7 years old. They called me Man. I thought my name was Man of Slava.
Dang.
That's what I thought.
That's Alabama for you, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, no shit. Holy
label on me that said Will, and everybody started calling me that. I didn't know that was my name.
You get such a great childhood in Alabama that they don't even bother giving you a name till you go out and make one for you know what I mean?
That's right. Hey, that's what's more American than that.
Call each other
We'll
by our
call
name.
him
We call each other by our nickname.
Hey, William.
But I don't want to pine on.
We'll call him Raccoon Trapper. Yeah, he was really good at that.
Brother, my grandfather was a shrimp net builder, so he was a shrimp net builder.
Oh, okay.
And so he was also a farmer and a fisherman, but he was also an alligator hunter. So he had these massive hooks everywhere. I grew up on a farm.
We'll just call him Twine. He's really good. We'll just call him Twine.
I am too. You are too? What's it? Jordan.
Twine Perry.
It's really so nice to talk to you all again, and I'm glad we get to. Talk about football again because it's going to be awesome, man. I hope we beat the brakes off the Bills, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping not just for a victory, but an absolute shellacking on Thursday night. Just to little boy the Bills nationally and take not just a lead, but an absolute commanding lead. Put the NFL on notice. That would be awesome, bro.
I'm just hoping that that Jalen Wright comes in and puts on a show as being he's going to be the number 2 So I'm hoping he just don't fumble. Make sure you don't fumble because that's what he's known for in college is fumbling the ball. But I hope he
Well,
does
I mean,
great.
look, here's the thing, William,
I'll
about
tell you what, he
Jalen, right?
breaks 250+ yard touchdowns. He can fumble once.
I can tell you this: if he gets stymied or gets shut down, it's because of their defense. It ain't because of him. I can tell you that right out. I'm gonna preset that narrative. You know what I mean? Because
Well,
the dude is a stud.
I'll say this. Watching the film, and I talked about this on my special. It goes to Adam Gase a little bit, and I want to say Lou mentioned it as well. We were talking on Spaces. As much as we ran screenplays that I don't want to see us running, this would be the week to throw the freaking running back screen because I'll tell you what, they absolutely torched them with that running back.
And here's the question, Cap. That corner that they have that's already been listed as out, Teron Johnson. How early in the game last week did he get injured? Does anybody know?
I have no clue.
Well, here's Michael K. Can probably answer that very question. Michael K. Teron Johnson. How early in the game last week did he get injured?
7th or 8th play.
7th or 8th play, so early.
Yeah.
Real quick.
From what I understood, and I heard kind of just from smatterings I see from Buffalo fans online and reporters here and there, I understand that Arizona had really good success with their bubble screens and whatnot against y'all when they, it's kind of why they got out front real quick. Is there an issue that we could possibly exploit? And I know you're not going to own up to it, but you're fair usually, so you might. Is there a possible issue we could exploit with that backup corner not being the greatest at open field tackling? Because if we can isolate him against an H-hand or a right, it could be really nasty all night. You know what I mean?
Cam Lewis was second on the team in tackles after they made their adjustments.
Right on.
So,
right on.
So I don't know. In all honesty, I don't know. I can't answer correctly.
Adjustments and we did see. Look, they were able to come back and win the game. So if somebody's saying they made adjustments, I can't. It's hard for me to argue on that. You know what I mean?
So real quick, Culler, I want to address Michael K. because I think it's time we put a little skin on this game, Michael K. I see the avi of me for the last time I had to pay a lost bet. What are we betting on Dolphins versus Bills this time?
How many times you got to get hit in the bag of shit before you start smelling something?
Listen, I ride and die with the team, damn it. So and I'm sorry, but on a short week where you guys were in a dogfight that you very well may have not been prepared for against the Cardinals, got to come to Miami. Josh Allen's touch himself hand is broke. So
what are you talking about? His hand broke.
He's got a hurt touch himself hand. So what are we?
His dick beater is just fine.
Don't think for a second we ain't gonna. Don't think for a second we ain't putting the hat on that hand.
Color. Break the breaking news. Confirmed by Michael K. that the dick beater. Go ahead, break the news.
Color. Don't say it yet. You got to wait till after I hit the breaking news, Chiron.
Well, you got to do it, Color. You got to do it.
Playing the ghost. You know what I'm saying?
Break the breaking news. Do it. Yeah, Color.
I got to do my job. You're saying? All right.
Yes, you got to.
Wait. What's the news? Whisper it to me.
It's what Michael K. just said.
I don't pay attention to Michael K. I was distracted.
Michael K. is confirming with his own eyes, knowing for certain that Josh Allen can still beat his meat because he's watched him do it. Go ahead.
Oh, I got you. It's live. It's cheating. It's news. So we have just confirmed that Michael K. has in fact witnessed, allegedly, Josh Allen beating his meat. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen.
Again,
listen, he said that with such confidence that he knows firsthand knowledge. That's what it was.
No, I said his dick beater is just fine. I didn't say I saw him beating his dick.
It's live. It's real breaking news this time. I promise. So Lewis in the chat has just stated that Achan just said he's playing tonight.
I'm good with it.
Yeah, that was kind of my
Alluded to
sentiment
by
because
Mike
the
Greenwell.
Dolphins didn't sign any running backs, so because I don't think is there even any extra running backs on their practice squad?
Well,
right?
we only carried 3 into the game last week, so all we got to do is just elevate right, and there you go. We got 3 running backs.
Wilson's already been
yeah.
elevated, so
Achan
That's
is about as reliable as single ply toilet paper.
Okay, I'll remember that. Wait, let's go back. Hold
Well,
on.
if you're saying that one ply takes you all the way to the house, then yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that's exactly what Michael K calls
Because he
it, too,
gets
his
about
house.
1 run a game against y'all, and it's usually to the house.
That's what Michael K's boyfriend calls it too, his house.
And you know what? And I'll tell you what. And that one run is very impressive in the Dolphins' loss.
Well, that's why I'm asking about this corner. Now, the other question I have, Michael K, is I noticed this morning on the updated injury list on ESPN, they have now. Well, you already had Smoot. Your D end is out. He was already out. He was ruled out when Johnson was ruled out. But now I don't know a lot about your new guys on defense. So I know you're going to play this. I know you're going to play this guy down. But tell us about this other guy now listed as doubtful, Javon Solomon, also a defensive end. Is there something we can exploit with our running game there?
Let's see. Javon Solomon in the – oh, wait, I'm on the wrong – hold on a minute. Hold on. I'm on the wrong snap count. Let's see. Defensive end. Javon Solomon had 0 snaps, and Smoot had 0 snaps.
Hell
So,
yeah.
They didn't even play.
Okay, so you're just not going to have it. Okay, I got you. They didn't even play.
Gotcha.
All right. Well,
so technically, you know what? It could be a big deal. My guess is probably not.
Well, unless they were slated to be relievers tonight because it's now the second game, and your starters aren't necessarily going to go 100% of the snaps because now it's the second game and they already got soft tissue soreness from the first game.
No,
hold on. I don't want to let. Hold on a second, Culler. I don't want to let Michael K slip out on this one. What's the bet, Michael K? All right, don't try to change the subject.
We got how you watch on a table.
Yeah, don't freaking slip out with you talking about watching your boyfriend pleasure himself like you were earlier. Get back to the bet.
You know what? I'll call. I got to go set up at 1:00 for today. I'll call you before 1. We're doing it off screen.
Oh, nah. See, I don't like that. I don't like that. That gives you a way.
Have a notary.
That gives you a way to freaking, welch on me, bro. I ain't down for that.
You got any notaries in the audience? We need a notary for this one.
All right. Well, you want to go? You want to go there? All right. You know what?
Cap and Michael K are meeting up at the local bank in South Florida.
No. Let's go. Wait, I want to hear it. What do you want the bet to be? And I'll see if your terms are acceptable or if I need to make some adjustments.
Well, let's see how stand up you are. If the Dolphins win, I'll cash app you $50 or Venmo you $50. I only have Venmo. If the Bills win, EM doesn't go on a panel for the year.
Okay, well, no, I'm not taking those terms. I'm not gonna let EM on the panel.
That's
not happening.
I'll go up to $100.
Yeah, I think you misread the title, Michael K. When I said
Tyreek, I didn't read the title because
when I said Tyreek slowing down, it was because in that clip that I played, the rest of the interview, he said he's trying to take it easy these days and not be that guy from the past and not be so. I mean, he was only doing 60, bro, in a 40. You know how easy it is in Florida to do 60 and a 40?
Yeah, well, you know what 60 and a 40 is? That's a felony.
No, it's not. 30 miles an hour is a felony. 30 miles
20,
over
20
is a
mile,
felony.
20 miles an
No, it's
hour
not.
over is a felony in all 50 states.
Nah, I've been ticketed
No,
twice for
definitely not in
22 miles
Alabama.
an hour over. I've never been guilty of a felony, bro.
Bro, I got pulled over doing 90 in the interstate not 30 days ago. I still got to pay the ticket. So I don't know what you're
What did
talking
they
about.
write what did they write the ticket for?
Well, they did drop it down and do it
Well,
and
we have
give me less.
Michael
What
K.
did they
What
write
we
the
have,
what
Michael
did they
K.
write the ticket for?
Michael K. Listen, what we have is we have what's called a minor speeding ticket and a major speeding ticket. Major is over 20 miles an hour. Felony criminal reckless driving for speeding is at 30 miles an hour in Florida. If the last time I checked,
I'll you know what? I'll fact check that one.
Yeah,
'Cause
fact check away.
20 over in any state.
Well, I
is
know for a
Listen,
fact-
he's changing
I know
the
for a fact-
subjects again. He's trying to change the subject again.
I know.
Okay,
I'm just going to
what?
say I know for a fact that I've been ticketed twice for 22 miles an hour over, and I've never been guilty of a felony.
It's up to the cop's discretion as well.
No, it's not. He wrote the ticket, major speeding, 22 miles an hour over. My fine was higher than it would have been if it was 19 miles an hour over.
Well, okay, hold on. Don't let him change. Look, don't let him change the damn subject color. He's trying to weasel out of this thing. I know what I want. I know what I want. I know what I want. I want you to, I don't know, donate $40 and $10 donations separately on all the shows on the program. So $10 donations on separate shows, and I want the avatar changed. Still want it to be me, but I want to pick the photo, and it be a good looking photo of me all dolphined up, and not this.
Unacceptable.
He will never let that. I knew it. I knew the fucking
Tim?
photo.
What's up,
was
Tim?
gonna
We're just
break.
working out the details of Cap and Michael K's bet. So hang loose.
I'll do the 40 on the Culler show. I'll do the 40 on one of your
Do
shows.
me a favor. Yeah, you got it.
What's up, Mike?
Actually, I'll do two 10s on Culler and 2 10s on yours. $40.
Okay, to make it clear, I am not part of the payout for the other end of the bet. Just to make clear.
Well, whatever.
Yeah, no,
he just wants it on shows.
All right. Yeah, because it's all the Finn's tailgate. So yeah, you could put it on any one of the shows you wanted. You could even do it on Shakes if you felt that Shake was
no,
better.
Can't do that. He didn't. No, can't do that. Shake didn't stand up for me when allegations were made.
Here we go. I mean,
I'm not saying that he just didn't stand up for me. I lost respect.
I do have a real question for Michael K. Though, really.
Yeah, go ahead.
What do you see as giving the Bills the biggest problems from the Dolphins tonight? What do you think are the keys for the Dolphins to win?
The keys for the Dolphins to win?
Yeah, what are you more nervous about as far as playing us tonight? Yeah.
Well, it would definitely offense. If they can't contain Waddle, I think that's an issue for the Bills.
Hold on a second.
Maybe.
William, again, we're getting off this.
Yeah, we didn't get Capitan's side of the bet.
Yeah, I gotta re. Okay, look.
And then CJB had to come back in twice to get his chance.
Hold on a second. So, Michael K., if you accept the terms of the bet that I gave you, I will again allow you on the second meeting with the Dolphins a chance to win the Avi back.
Well, hold on. Let's get past the first game. My first thing would be you would have to eat a hot dog loaded with ketchup and mustard, but I know you won't do that.
Oh, that'd be
I don't
hilarious.
like ketchup or mustard, dude.
I hate to see that.
So you'll have to take that. You'll have to take the $40 in which I was going to donate. Go to Walmart, get yourself a folding table, and dive through it.
And it has to be a boiled hot dog.
No, he won't eat hot dog. Yeah, just drink the hot dog water. That's all.
We have some of that around here.
I'm not gross.
You got to
all
dive
right,
through it.
hold
You got to
on.
dive through a table.
I got to
Let's
do a
see if I can
dive through a
find it.
table to pay my bet. Do I get to? I'm wearing Dolphins gear to pontificate that I am a Dolphins fan losing.
I
We
don't
do.
care what
We
you
do
wear.
have
I
a
don't-
can
I
of
don't
it right
care.
here, Michael K.
Ew, what is that?
We
I
do
don't.
have a
Hot dog
can
water.
of it right here.
Hey, I don't care what you wear as
What
long as
is
it
hot
doesn't
dog
reveal.
water?
As long as it doesn't reveal the tampon string.
Courtesy of Insomnia, we do have some hot dog water.
Hey, real quick, I find it crazy as hell that Michael K wants a video of me eating hot dogs. That's fucking gay, dog. I'm just
Now,
saying, you know.
oh, you know what? Yeah, you know what? That's even. You know what? You don't even have to eat a hot dog. You can do the tradition of getting squirted with mustard and ketchup.
No, I ain't doing that shit. It's gross.
That
Nope,
would
I'm
be
not
even
doing
better.
that.
You wouldn't even have to
I
eat it.
very well may go through the table.
Hey,
but,
you know what?
you know-
I'll even do if you can find somebody with a gunite pool, not because I don't want them ripping the liner. You can even put the table in the pool and dive on it in there so you don't get hurt.
So Michael K.
I've got access to a pool.
Michael K. You're familiar with the video
guys, I gotta get out of here.
on Twitter yesterday with the Bills players
See you,
trying to.
William.
I didn't
See
hear
you,
what you
William.
said. There's a lot of feedback.
Michael
William
K.
was
So
saying goodbye.
you're familiar with the video circulating around Twitter with the Bills players trying to figure out what's in the box, right?
Which, that's been. Yeah, was someone dirty box or something?
So I just wanted to let you know that we as Miami Dolphin fans cannot. We have found we originally we know what's not in the box. We already know that. Okay. There's no Super Bowl rings in the box. There's no Lombardi trophy in the box. Those things we know for sure. Okay. But we have actually been able to sneak into the stadium, into the practice facility, and we have found what's inside the box.
Oh, what was it?
Right there.
Oh, jersey with no wins?
Yeah. That's what's inside the box.
Yeah, S. Harris. I noticed that too, that he wants me to get squirted on. It's wild as hell. I noticed as soon as I said he wants to watch me eat a hot dog, he must think his sexual love for me went to, can I one up it? Can I one up it with something dirtier than that?
Shake's like, do your homework, Culler. Quit using all my shit, man.
Nah, shit, hey, I don't mind. That's what it's for.
Yep. All right. So,
Hold on, real quick though. I want to address the elephant in the room real quick. First and foremost, I want to say, EM retracted that stadium, so there was a statement. He said, "My bad. He is not a racist, so there was nothing for me to defend." He retracted the statement and he cleared up that you are not a racist. And I send you the clip. And number two, you know how many people wanted you off the panel, and I fought for you to stay on here. I didn't get between you and Pam. I didn't get between you and Liz. So I'm not getting between anybody. Whatever happens between you and EM is between you and EM. That's all I gotta say about that. I don't give a damn if you like it or not. I'm not getting in between y'all two. So
no, you just allow people to throw shit out there that's not true and don't say nothing.
Dude, he retracted the statement.
He retracted it. You know what? You know what, Shake? It shouldn't have been said in the first place.
Again, he retracted it. Just like there's a lot of things that you said that shouldn't have been said in the first place, but you were given an opportunity to retract it.
What did I ever say that I retracted? I stand by what I say. No, I stand by everything.
Like what you did, like what you said with Pam. You retracted that.
What I do with Pam? Refresh my memory. I know exactly what I
did. Whatever it was, you retracted it.
How convenient.
Oh, I remember exactly what I said. And you know what? And I found her on Twitter and I apologized to her for it. But then I also but then I also got a bunch of messages from other people saying, I can't believe you actually called her out.
And guess what? I defended you. And the day after, I said, hey, listen, it was a misunderstanding. He didn't. I don't think he was joking around. He didn't mean what it came off as a wrong thing. But I stood up for you that day.
You know, there's a few things in this world that actually hurt, and the problem is with society right now is when somebody says that. Other things you got to face reality. If you are, so be it. But when you can't win, when you can't win an argument with intelligence, to turn around and call somebody a fucking racist.
Well, maybe when you said he was using EBT cards, that kind of triggered it the first time.
First of all, all right, let me interject. Hold on. Let me interject. Michael K and EM, and I have it on authority from both of them, do not dislike each other. Just so everybody knows in chat, they actually both enjoy having this enemy in their lives, and they both play the part for each other, and they enjoy it from each other. So we shall continue and keep it pushing because it's fun and funny.
Actually, Cap, you're right, kind of right. But when he loses an argument, he reverts back to calling somebody a racist. Absolutely unacceptable.
Well, yeah, but you know, I agree with that.
Because you're right. You know what? That was squashed. But if you're not intelligent enough to win a chirping contest, and you got to revert to that because that's the only avenue you can go, then there's issues. But
well, I gotta say this, Michael K, you could have picked a better day to have this fight because right now you're the enemy as the Bills fan.
I don't care. You think I give a shit?
Well, I also Michael K, and you know me, bro. I always speak, you know, what's just on my mind and how I see things, and you know, I kind of, you know, understand where you're coming from. I understand where Shake's coming from. I understand where everybody EM is even coming from, because like that day, there was other people in chat that were actually saying some pretty incendiary things that went way further as far as correlations go than what you had said. You know what I mean? So
right.
Yeah, but I got you. You got to understand. It was tense. It was a tense time.
EM at that point, for those moments, was in a heightened state of awareness that, let's be honest, you and I couldn't really, you know, understand in our position in society. So, you know, I just offer that to keep that in mind, that there were other people saying some stuff that kind of allowed yours to be looped in. You know what I mean?
Real quick, I'm gonna shout out.
I think EM
chat,
recognized that. Is all I'm
EM,
saying.
just so you know, Michael K wanted me to take the bet with him that if I lost because the Bills won, that you would be off the panels. But that's crazy. That's wild. So.
I mean, I kind of remember that day, and it was like there was a couple other people in chat that were actually going like, you couldn't argue the correlation they were making. You know what I mean?
Oh no, you're right. One thing
I do want to say, there was a racist Bills fan and a Dolphins fan, and guess what? They no longer come around here. You're still,
right. That's right. There was one Dolphins fan and one Bills fan, both equally as racist, one more maniacal than the other more ignorant. But both are not welcome here. And you know, we're not about banning or gatekeeping around here, but I can't have evil in this bitch.
No, but regardless, you know, we're all football fans, and regardless, I don't care what team's colors you wear. Me personally, I don't wear any team colors because I think it's kind of childish, but that being said, doesn't matter. We're all human beings, and for somebody to spit that out because they have nothing else to say, you know what? And this is where the lack of intelligence comes in. If Culler says something that somebody doesn't like, right, and then I say something that somebody doesn't like, and they're two totally different things, why attack me for something that Culler actually said?
Shouldn't be a problem.
Let me go check on. I'm gonna drop it out. I'll go check on that Marino's goat.
Yeah, yeah. And check on the mainstream. The studio says our monetization is still on, so we haven't done anything.
I'll check it out.
What's up, Ian?
Morning. What's good, Culler?
What's up, man? Just waiting to. I'm gonna go have lunch with Mom probably this afternoon, kind of after I shut things down here, and then we're just basically biding time, waiting till to go to the stadium.
Yeah. I can't wait, bro. Hey.
Batman was kind enough to offer me a yellow parking pass for the night.
Who?
Yeah, that guy. Robin.
Okay.
Yeah. The other name of Robin. I'm not sure.
No. It's Alfred. That's Alfred, I think.
Alfred. Oh, okay.
Yeah. What's good, man?
It's hot, man. It's hot and muggy today.
Hey, man, I keep hearing. Hey, I'm getting. Somebody reached out to me and let me know that Michelle K is up here with my name in her mouth, and I'm trying to figure out as to why.
Wow, Michelle K, I haven't heard that since second grade.
Okay, well,
that's real. Oh my God, that one cut deep.
Okay, well, why are you up here with my name in your mouth?
Because I can.
Oh, okay, all right. So what? You still butthurt or me calling you a racist, bro? Is that what you meant? Is that all you have to fall back on? Is that still bothering you?
No, it bothers me that's all you have to fall back on.
No. First off, right? First off, I thought we squashed that. All right. I received a phone call with you and another individual, right? You was crying about me calling you a fucking racist. Were you not doing that? And I told you, I said,
absolutely not.
So you didn't. So I didn't receive a phone call with you and another individual, and you was on a.
I certainly wasn't crying.
Okay, well, you were damn near close to it.
No.
So the point is, I thought we squashed that. Why do you keep bringing that up, bro?
Why did you bring it back up then?
When did I bring it up? I hadn't brought that back up.
Oh, you didn't call me a racist 2 weeks ago?
No.
Oh, you didn't?
No, I said you were transitioning. That's what I said. I didn't say racist. I said you were transitioning, and I said you finally got casted for Wrong Turn, that new Wrong Turn flick that's coming out. That's what I said. But I said nothing about you being a racist, bro.
You called me a racist flat out, and then you retracted it, and Shake Money just confirmed it not fucking 5 minutes ago.
Shake Money confirmed what?
You called me a racist.
I told him, I said that. Listen, you said. I remember you said, "Oh yeah, you know what? My bad. Let me stop." You said, "My bad. Let me stop." Yeah, he's not about the race thing. I'm not going to do it anymore.
Yeah, I told you that.
Well, no, you didn't say nothing about transition. You flat out call it to me. Because you can't win an argument using intelligence.
Bro, you need to stop. Bro, listen, you don't matter, Michelle. You don't matter. You don't matter in your own fucking fan base. You know you don't matter in ours. So stop coming over here. You're envious because you can't be me. You know I matter in this community. That is a fact. You don't fucking matter, bro. You don't even matter in your own community, bro.
EM, to be fair, their team don't even matter to their fan base. So that, I mean, let's be fair here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't matter. You know what, EM? What do you do? What do you do? You clean cars for a living?
Bro, I have a business that has created a lifestyle for myself and my family, a very comfortable lifestyle. That's what I do for a living.
Really? What is that?
Don't worry, bro. Like, who the fuck puts their personal shit on the internet, bro?
I'm just curious. What do you do?
Don't worry about what I do.
Obviously, if you're comfortable, you don't support your community by being members of all kinds of Dolphins chats that you come up and you take over their shows.
I can't help it because people want to hear what I have to say.
But actually, they don't. But
the numbers don't bear that, my friend. They don't.
They don't.
No, they don't.
Every time you come on to TFTG,
everywhere I go, and I'm sure TFTG, I'm sure Finside the NFL, I'm sure TD Fins Talk, I'm sure the Blitz pickup. When EM comes up and pulls up on a show, motherfucker, them numbers spike up. That is a fact.
Easy EM.
Oh, really? They spike up. I see them go down.
The morning show now, bro. We're turning over.
Oh, my bad.
Like, so I'm trying to fill some big shoes that used to be on this time slot in the morning, if you know what I mean.
My bad, Culler. My bad. So at the end of the day, bro,
the little telltale counter on the side when it goes down 20 when you come up.
Yeah, okay, all right.
It goes down.
Yeah. So go get that data for me and put that on the internet. Go post that data.
Oh, right. For somebody that's not on the internet like you claim all the time,
I'm not
show up all the time.
Well. Again, you talking about who matters and who don't. I'm not on the internet like that, right? Like a lot of people in this community, right? But look at how relevant I still remain. Look at how people still want to hear what fucking EM Dolphin fan has to say.
When's the last time you were on TD show?
Do they reach out? Has anybody ever reached out to Michelle K and that? Oh, I want to hear what Michelle K has to say. Has that ever happened to you? Have you ever been invited on a show or a panel or with other credible individuals in your own community, let alone the Dolphins community? Has that ever happened to you?
No, there you go.
No, it hasn't.
I don't go to Bills. Here we go.
No, it hasn't, because you don't matter. You're dumb as fuck.
Is this the only argument you have?
You're dumb as fuck. And nobody gives a fuck about you, bro.
Seriously, bro.
Damn, Culler. My bad.
You know, you're so intelligent, you can't even speak without swearing.
Yeah, I know. But you're an idiot, bro. People don't fuck with you. You're mad. Damn, my bad, Culler. My bad. One more. My bad. God damn it. At the end of the day, you don't matter. People don't rock with you, bro. And you're mad because there's actually a few people in the community that rock with me, bro. That's all that is. You're envious. You can't, bro. You can't tie my shoes, bro. You can't tie my shoes. You cannot tie my shoes. And you know what? I'm starting to think, it really, you know what? I know I said I wasn't going to label you as a racist. I wasn't going to call you a racist again, at least publicly, right? But you know what? This infatuation that you have with me, a black man, you know what? I might have to retract that statement. Why do you got to put color on it? Why do you got to put color? Are you losing another argument? I might have to retract that statement, bro, because you're obsessed with EM Dolphin fan, absolutely obsessed. You hop from panel to panel. You're looking to see if I'm there, right? If I'm in a chat or if I'm up on a panel or whatnot.
No, that's not true.
This obsession you have, bro, is ridiculous. You need to move on, bro.
Listening to EM try to hold his tongue to not say bad words, it's got me dying.
Bro,
he's like, "I'm sorry, Culler," and then he gives me.
I'm trying. I'm doing my absolute best. But when you come across
every word, he gets out half a word. He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry."
You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. You should be ashamed of yourself. How you stalking another grown man, bro?
Wait a minute. No, you know what is funny is all the Dolphin shows that I go to, my name's highlighted in green. Why is that?
Your name is highlighted in green. I don't even know what is that supposed to mean. Is that
I spend money because because I support these channels that you come up and completely wreck the panels.
So you have to spend money.
Wait a second. Okay. Neither one of you wreck panels, and both of you are panel wreckers. So let's just stop it. Okay.
Hey.
Y'all have had spats. Michael K. He apologized. I thought we were a little bit past this. I get it. But damn, Marino's goat just clipped you, son. Michael K, hanging back. Hanging back for 10 minutes. Culler, you gotta drop him in back for 10 minutes. Marino's goat got him.
Thank you.
Marino's goat got him, bro.
Hey, why do y'all entertain this clown, bro? Like, what value does he bring?
A couple of things I see in value. Number one,
1148 according to the chat.
What's that count?
Couple of things I see in value. Number one, good opposition. We need an enemy around here because I've watched this community destroy
you need a worthy enemy. He don't even bring. He's not even on that level, bro. He don't offer any. Bro, he's dumb as hell. He don't know the game of football, bro.
He's worthy enough to show his face, man. None of them other Bills fans show their face.
Hold on a second, Culler.
No, he's worthy. No, I know why you entertain him because he dropped that little $5 every show, right?
Well,
and he talking about he's spending big money, $5.
I was giving you $5 for all your comments. Wouldn't you keep coming by?
Well, yeah, I understand it. I get it. I understand. I'm just saying that would be my strategy, but I get it. In
my experience, these Bills fans don't put up no fight. That's the facts.
Let's do this up, bro.
You said they don't know football. They don't know this. Tell me something that doesn't fit to every Bills fan. So, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the only difference I have with Michael K amongst his own Bills fan people is at least he's critical of his quarterback in the right type of way. I'll give him that.
Like, he's paying us to be our jester, and he's perfectly fine with it. I mean,
I
I think that's
appreciate
something
him
to
coming
admire.
in
I
and
don't know.
doing what he
Well,
does.
listen, man. This is y'all's business model. This is your business model, Cap. This is your platform. You do what you want to do. All
It's
I'm
a
saying is,
tailgate, bro.
it wouldn't be. Well, okay, I understand that, but it wouldn't be my strategy. But that's fine. But I understand. But he's trash, bro. He's garbage. His own fan base don't even rock. Don't want nothing to do with it, bro. Like,
You're
come
not
on.
wrong. He's blocked on every one of the Bills.
Nobody,
You're not wrong
like,
about
and this dude, bro. Oh, for the record though, Cap, though, did I not receive a phone call with him and another, you with yourself, with you and him,
No, you
right? And
guys
he was
did. You
crying on the
guys.
phone about me calling him a racist. Was he not?
I don't think he was crying as much as
He
he
was.
was.
He was close. He was close. Was he not?
No,
Hey,
I
who
don't
was
think
that
there
with
was
all that
any
background
tears.
noise?
That's Tim.
Hey,
Tim, you got terrible background noise, buddy.
my fault. My fault. I just about to come up here and tell y'all. I gotta go right now. At work, but I hope y'all have a good one. My score prediction, 31-17. And yeah,
Hey,
we can get this
hey,
dub. We can get this dub. I rock with all
hey,
y'all.
Tim.
So
Hey,
salute,
Tim.
salute. Let's go get this dub. Let's go put a stump in. That's the vision. We got this. And yeah, let's go. Let's go. Can't nobody
man,
with
we've been
us.
waiting a minute to hear that. Appreciate you, Tim,
Salute,
man.
man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey,
All right,
Tim the
man.
Tim, man. You're not Tim Dub, are you?
Yeah. That's me.
Oh, what's up, man? Tim Washington. Bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir,
Bro,
man.
this guy's been on like every show for the past like 5 weeks at least, man.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
Tim.
man. I try to show my support, man.
Appreciate you
Yeah, no,
coming
we
up
appreciate you,
and
brother.
saying hi, bro. Cool.
Yes, sir. But y'all have a good one, man.
Yeah,
We
same
talk
here.
later.
Tim, appreciate
It's a
dog.
hot one out there today,
Come
man.
Yes,
back here,
Salute
sir.
to you,
dog.
man. Salute.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Y'all have a good one.
Yeah.
Tim, class act. Michael K, take notes. Class act, Tim.
Say, Cap.
K,
Hey,
take notes.
hey, Cap. Well, I'm gonna get off here in a couple minutes, and I'm gonna call you because we got something we need to talk about.
Oh, okay.
So, but
All right.
anyway,
Bet.
this that dude's a clown, bro. That dude's a clown.
Yeah,
So
you
I would
can't
say
leave.
this.
He's married
You
to
can't
his
leave.
sister.
Hey,
He's
you can't
married to his
Oh
sister.
shit.
EM, you can't leave for 6 more minutes because we won't have nobody else to talk to, bro.
Hey, hey,
We
hey.
can't bring Michael K back up for 6 more minutes, bro. We ain't gonna have
Listen,
nobody to talk to.
listen. I got stuff to do. So, hey, man.
Us uncredible
Again,
show hosts up here.
I wouldn't even be up here if somebody didn't reach out to me, let me know this clown he continuously has my name in his mouth, bro. But
I'm
anyway,
guessing
for the
that
record,
somebody was the homie Andres, huh?
so hey, man, hey,
You know it is.
I got a lot of eyes in this. I got a lot of eyes and ears in this
I know
community, bro. I got
Andres.
spies
Andres,
everywhere.
I love Andres, boy. He's on it. He's on it, boy. Somebody
I got
said some
spies
shit. He's got
everywhere.
it. Yeah. But you ain't on the internet though, right?
I mean,
I'm
AB.
I'm not. That's one of the reasons why, because they keep me informed. They keep me well informed of what's going on, right? That way I can pick and choose.
In fairness, AB says this is what y'all love, the drama. And I say, in fairness, Monday was after a win. I'm gonna have a panel then, and today's game day. But I ain't been like running like open panels all week, bro, and like the melee and all that. I'm trying to keep it
We
cool,
haven't been
you know what I
doing
mean?
that. We're trying. Feller's been providing a service, but we did talk about having to open up panels because it is part of the
It's
programming.
open mic. This is what we're gonna get today, bro.
We're gonna have them on Mondays, and then probably the last day he goes live during the week. Reaction to the game, good or bad, and then getting hyped up before the next game, good or bad. That's it. That's what it is.
Well, you can leave now, EM, because Hooked Up Joe just came to the rescue, so you're good to
Ian,
go.
you stay your ass right fucking there.
No, Cap. I'm about to. Hey, Cap. We need to talk. Hey, I'm gonna hit you.
All right,
I'm about to call you right now.
All right, go ahead. Call me now. Feller, I'm gonna drop back.
Look at that.
All
AB just gave me a compliment, bro. Look, they're gonna drop back and have a phone call, right? Damn, man. Guess that's how it is to be a non-credible show host hooked up, I guess.
Yeah, I'm just
I might,
leaf pitcher here for a minute.
You know what? I
Till
might
Mike
bring
comes
up Michael K back up earlier. If I didn't have respect for Marino's GOAT, who was the actual money behind timing out Michael K, I would have already brought back up Michael K. And leaving for a phone call. Like, really? Cap for Life asks, Culler, over or under on Jonnu receiving? I guess he's asking for a number because I don't know what the current line is. What do you think, Hooked Up Joe? You think he's going to get
Not
more involved
much.
tonight?
Man, I wouldn't put over under on very much on that one. Just
Me neither.
you know,
He
until I
hasn't
see
really
something,
impressed me
I
with
don't
his
know what to
catches
hang.
yet.
Yeah, I haven't. I've been more unimpressed with him than a lot of the players we acquired. Compared to what I
Tyler Croft
expected.
last year. What do you
Kind of
think?
had high expectations on that, you know, with McDaniel saying, you know, I want to get the tight ends involved and then do all that. And
then, of course, Durham didn't do himself any favors to move into the pole position. You know what I mean?
And when I was talking about not seeing much new in the game, I was talking from a scheme perspective on the offense. I just didn't feel like there was this new dynamic scheme that kicked off on week 1, kind of like we saw last year. And certainly didn't feel like, obviously, the running game and the tight end game was kicking in. We kind of had to revert to our old ways in order to win that game. So I'm interested to see what tonight brings. What's up, Cap?
No, hey, you're absolutely right, man. We're behind the 8 ball. We didn't really get to see, you know, the scheme per se. But, I mean, at the same time, the yak that we always expected that was going to bail us out finally did come and bail us out. So the yak I'll take any day of the week. I mean, it's going to help the quarterback look good on top of that. So, yeah, we could be behind the 8 ball, but you saw that 2 plays all of a sudden changed the whole trajectory. So if that's the way we're going to play, I'll take that over a scheme. I mean,
right. So Adam
Padilla, way to win.
Hey, Cap, Adam Padilla, who we all know now as TD Fins Talk admin, he's doing a lot of the back work now for TD. Shout out to him. They're doing a great job. You notice that improvement? Did you notice that? Because TD's stuff was always good, you know, and well produced. But did you notice that slight step up in TD's game that happened about a month or 2 ago? You know what I mean, or whatever, a little while ago. You know, you can credit Adam Padilla for that.
Production, bro.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
He says they got the line at something stupid like 15 yards. I'm guessing he's talking about Jonnu Smith's yardage over and under. And if that's his line for over and under for yardage, I mean,
smash it, man.
Hey,
you gotta
smash. If he has a bad game again, he can fall out of bed getting 15 yards. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying
for a guy like Jonnu Smith.
Joe, come on, you would smash it too, right?
He just needs to catch the ball.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as it turns on, you know, but I wouldn't bet
15 yards.
15 yards. I mean, I don't know, maybe it hooked up, Joe. Maybe it's because, again, that on the field bias that ends up happening, because in real life 15 yards looks so short. You know what I mean? It's
well,
so easy
crap
to
too. I got 15 rushing.
Welcome back, Michael K. Hopefully, hopefully Marino's has sensed my my desire to have you around and won't time you out again. We hope.
Barfalo's going down, bro.
I hope I get timed out. It's free money for the channel.
Well, you know, you've always been a good sport. That's why you're always welcome, man.
Hey,
yeah, man, he's
what's up with Coleman, bro?
For the channel.
What the hell's up with Coleman?
Oh, hold on, I gotta close my window. They're doing lawn maintenance again.
What do you mean? What's up with him?
What is he? Is he your number 1? Is he your number 2? What the hell is he besides a rookie? I need to know.
That's all. The Bills don't have a number 1.
I got you, Marino.
That's what's going to cause the defense, the Dolphins defense, a hell of a problem tonight.
Who? Coleman?
No, all of them. Allen threw to 10 different receivers. 9 of them caught balls. So where's the ball going? They can't. You know, it's not like we have Diggs, where chances
really,
are.
Michael K, is that going to be sustainable when like all of our defensive backs are fairly top-notch D-backs? You know, like.
Well, then we also have Kincaid and Knox, who me personally, I don't think your linebackers are good enough to cover them.
Well, because the reason I say this is because Jalen Ramsey is like good enough. If he was the only good player in a secondary, that secondary would likely be above average. And we've got just guy after guy supporting him, dude. It's just crazy, man.
No,
Even got some
you're
warmed
right.
up.
But in Ramsey's career, his worst games are against Allen.
Well, maybe that's fair, but I'm sure that could be said about a lot of corners.
Nah. Some of them get Allen's number.
Well, I know because he's not undefeated, but I'm just saying, like, you know.
Well, there's certain guys. Sauce Gardner.
I'm pretty sure there's some other big names that have been torched by Allen.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. 100%. But the point being is the Dolphins in years past, their game plan was double digs. Wow. You know, then Gabe Davis would have a big game, or Kincaid would have a big game.
There's other factors we're starting to realize coming out of Jalen Ramsey too. Is he's absolutely a stud against the run, man. I mean, you got him and Kader Kohou, which is probably I consider Kader Kohou to be our most sure tackler on the team. You can talk about how many a player gets or whatnot, but you ain't getting. Nobody very rarely gets by Kader Kohou.
Didn't he get torched in the 48-20 Bills win last year?
You're talking about pass plays. I'm talking about a running back in the flat, round the corner, head-to-head tackle with Kader Kohou. He's our best open field tackler on the team. He could have a clinic. He could start a school in South Florida for open field tackling, like a camp.
Over the last 3 or 4 years, 5 years, do you know who our cornerbacks was? And this man get up here and said that the Miami Dolphins defensive game plan was to double team Diggs. When do we double team Diggs?
Well, wasn't that the knock on Fangio? Is that we didn't double team Diggs?
No, we didn't double team Diggs with X. We didn't double team Diggs Diggs with Ramsey. We didn't double team Diggs with the guy that got hurt with the ankle, with the Achilles. When the hell did we double team Diggs?
So when Diggs caught that touchdown pass last year with 2 defenders on him, that wasn't a double team?
Oh my God! Do you think that was a scheme because it was 2 defenders on him? Maybe one ran over to help support. We have never double teamed any receivers in the NFL with our cornerbacks. Either we play too high or we play straight man to man. We do not double team receivers because we haven't had the best cover linebackers in the NFL in a while. So when did we double team? See, y'all just be saying anything, man.
Are you saying that linebackers are part of a double team?
I said we haven't had the best cover linebackers in the NFL, so we haven't been able to afford to double team wide receivers.
That's why you run a nickel defense, because the nickel is part of the double team. Whether it be cover 2, cover 3.
Okay, all right, you win.
Linebackers cover tight ends.
They actually do win. They're 2-13 against us, so he actually has a point. Like, you can not double team. We're not wrong.
You're Max Headroom in a little bit there, Cap.
Yeah, you're in the blender, Cap. But I would, from what I could gather,
what I'm saying is, if we're not double teaming, maybe that's the problem.
I could have got up here.
Maybe if we're not double teaming, maybe that's why we're 2-13.
I could have got up here and said I had
you never think that maybe we're 2-13 is because we don't double team?
I know. I would just say let's focus on this game and these set of players, Cap, and what we saw out of the Bills last week, because
that's what I'm saying.
They don't have Diggs. You know what I mean?
Why are we talking about Diggs? Diggs is not even here.
Culler, tell me the defensive back group that the Miami Dolphins had to double team a receiver.
Right. I got you.
Tell me when, Culler.
I was just making a similar point. I was just making
hooked up, Joe.
Big Nick,
we haven't done it since Sam and Pat. So that's probably the issue why we're 2-13, because we don't double team.
You say he has a point when he don't have a point.
Hold on a second. Big Nick, I was just making a similar point that Jalen Ramsey alone can make a secondary above average, and then when you look at the supporting cast we have with him now,
Fuller is above average. He's right on par with X, with the career X has so far.
Right.
So he's above that. He's a very good cornerback.
You got arguably the most sure tackler, open field tackler in the league, I would say, Kader Kohou. locking down the edge and, possibly the slot. I know he don't do the greatest in the slot, but
dude, your team just had a 5-for-5 receiver, 5 passes thrown at, 5 passes caught. You
Their
had
team average
a
30
running back,
points. You couldn't even crack
7
20.
passes thrown at, 7 passes caught. You had another receiver had 14 passes thrown at him, 7 passes caught. All of them, well, 2 of them went over 100 yards. The other one had
How many
77
points did
yards.
they score?
Your team racked up over 400 yards of offense while only giving up 263 yards of on defense. Y'all tripping, man. I ain't coming from behind after spotting the team that just won the division a year ago. 14 points, came from behind and won that shit.
So what's your point?
I'm not talking to you, Cap. Get off my nuts, man.
I'm just saying, what's your point?
My point is we got a goddamn good team, and I'm tired of hearing you people get up here and criticize
Good ain't
this
great,
small
homie.
bullshit.
Good ain't great.
You got to crack more than 20 points. Good ain't great.
What the fuck? Who says that? Show me that in the rule book. Show me that in the rule book.
I'm just saying, what does the rule book say about double teaming and man?
That you gotta
What does the rule book say about double teaming and man coverage? Nothing.
Show me that in the rule book.
Show me in the rule book where man coverage means more than double teaming.
I don't know. You just want to argue, man. My dick really
I'm
is
just saying,
this
you
big.
want to do the
need
same
go
thing.
play
You're
with yours and
confused
get
too
yours
now,
as
right?
big.
I'm confused just like you are about your take.
Eat a dick, Cap.
All right, we're trying to be a little more friendly.
That's all the man got, bro. He got insults when he ain't got nothing.
The moderators in YouTube, Big Nick, for this
That's all
time
I got
slot.
for you. That's all I got for you.
Oh, I know that's all you got for me. I know you got a lot for me, bro. I know that for a fact. Yeah, it got quiet quick. Huh?
Tell me this. Why did the sun release gamma rays instead of releasing ultraviolet neutron rays? Man, shut the fuck
That's
up
like
and leave
asking
me
me if the
alone.
earth is flat or round, bro. Like you're overthinking right now. This is football.
You underthinking. No, you know what? You know what? I'm wrong. You're not underthinking.
No,
It's just
you're
the way
right.
it
You're
is.
right, Nick. Let me
Every
get out of
team
here
in the
since you're right.
NFL,
You can stay here all you want, Nick. You're
other than the
absolutely
Miami
right.
Dolphins
Culler,
Cup
you
is
can have
half
the
full.
take here with your buddy, man.
For you, Cap, Buffalo's cup is half full for you, Cap. But for the Dolphins, it's half empty. And I just gotta accept that.
All right, I guess we lost Cap.
I just gotta accept that. Some people, every team in the NFL Cup is half full, while the Miami Dolphins is half empty, and they're supposed to be the Dolphins. I just gotta accept that.
I guess they expect more. It's like the we look at our guys. You see it after a game. There'll be like one bad play or two, and it'll be like that's all the conversation's about is about the two bad plays. When football's designed to be designed to be mistake ridden. The ball.
And it's even worse on defense, Joe, because nobody wants to look at the defensive performance in the whole and say we held the damn team to 17 points. I don't care if we got torched in the secondary. You know what I mean?
And it was the brand new team.
But you held Jacksonville to 105 total yards in the second half.
Joe, how many people have you heard? How many people have you talked about? We put over 400 yards and only gave up 263. How many people have you heard talked about that?
I haven't heard really many.
In a shit performance, we put up over 400 yards and only gave up 263. But yet and still, they want to talk about, man, we got to do better than tight end route. And man, goddamn.
Even when
would it shock you to know that when I got home and actually saw the stat line, having been at the game, that I'm like, ain't no way we put up that much. You know what I mean? I was kind of surprised by our stat line. Like,
well, that makes sense for you because you was at the game. But people that watch that shit on TV, that's all Kevin Harlan kept saying the whole game.
Right. I'm just saying.
Tyreek Hill is at 130. That's all he kept saying.
Well, I'm just saying that, they give us some stats at the stadium, but it was more like Yo, I really didn't put 2 and 2 together. Like, okay, we were moving the ball all over the place. We had to have been, or we wouldn't have got all that yardage. You know what I mean?
Big Nick, I put it to you for another one for prime example. You know, Tyreek 7 catches for 130. Jalen Waddle 6 catches for 108. Tua Tagovailoa 21 to 31, 336 yards. If you're telling me that's a bad day at the office for those three guys, sign me up any day of the week for that bad
That's
performance.
precisely the point I was trying to make after
you forgot
the
one.
game on Monday.
You forgot one. Devon Achane, 7 for 7, 77
Oh,
yards.
7 for 76, exactly.
Wait,
sign me up for that bad performance any day.
But that's what
what were the stats that he gave for Tua?
338. He said 338.
338 is what
the completions and attempts.
he was.
He
Like
had 103 quarterback rating. He finished the game with 103 quarterback rating.
He had 101 quarterback rating.
101, yeah, even.
Oh, okay.
49.3 QBR.
He was 23 for 37.
He still put up great numbers.
And he looked good too, man.
And here's the other thing.
Exactly.
I mean, he was running right in the middle and stuff. I liked how he looked.
Don't ever diminish his performance, Mr. K.
I'm not diminishing his performance. I'm just saying he had a 49.3 Q. Do you think Jacksonville has a better defense than the Bills?
Yes, they do.
Yeah,
by a mile.
Right now, well, hold on.
Yep,
Can I answer that? Right now, I would trust Jacksonville's defense more than the Bills.
They
I would trust Jacksonville's secondary.
Right now.
I would judge Jacksonville's secondary right now over Buffalo's.
Yeah.
Well, let's see who. Hyde didn't play in the first game. Poyer did. Hyde was out.
Jacksonville has a top 3 safety. They got a top 5 defensive line. Absolutely.
Yeah. And the Bills have an all-pro corner, and Rasul Douglas outplayed Tre'Davious White, who was all-pro last year.
You got to take other things into consideration, Michael K. I've made this point 1,000 times, but nobody wants to believe it because they don't think it matters for some reason. But it was one of the hottest days we've had of the summer last week. Okay. And the air was soaking wet, dude.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not trying to listen to me.
Jacksonville is more on the water than Miami.
Please let me finish, Big Nick. I'm not trying to make excuses for any of the failures of cashing in or moving the ball down the field or whatever as to why we looked so sluggish when it came to scoring last week. Okay, I'm not trying to make any excuses. I'm simply trying to say that what happens if 2 of the catches are made by both of our tight ends. You don't think that those drives last longer and possibly score? You don't think that possibly one catch from Jonnu Smith gets taken the distance or whatever? Because I've seen some footage where it's like, yo, Jonnu Smith dropping the ball in that spot meant a lot more because
QB1 wasn't perfect.
You notice what's behind him.
Perfect.
There's nothing behind him. You know what I mean? All I'm
2 of those
saying
4 sacks was on QB1. He wasn't perfect. He missed Tyreek. He missed, he missed some passes.
If I could be allowed to finish, all I'm saying is that there are things that could have gone the other way last week that could have made that scoreboard look a lot more like it should have looked based on 400 yards of offense.
Absolutely. But the same can go the other way too. Remember, their receivers
got
some big
passes too.
Of
course.
Well, that's all we've heard about all week.
Their receivers got some big passes.
I'm simply saying that when you see 400 yards of offense and diminished scoring and a day with that weather conditions, I'm not flipping out over it.
Yeah, that ain't bad. Over 400 yards. With over 400 yards in that type of game, we only had like 35, 40 yards rushing.
Because it's going to be the same conditions tonight without the sun. So you know who also has to deal with a wet football? Buffalo.
Not only that, but 83 degrees and about 80% humidity.
We got a whole practice. Well, real quick, Joe. We got a whole game of practicing with a wet football, and we got it right by the 4th quarter, and you saw what happened. So Buffalo better be ready for that wet football like we are. You
Hey,
think
I'm gonna
I'm
drop.
joking? You think it's not a factor? But I'm telling you,
Not
they're,
saying
they're
it's not a
calling for
factor.
they're calling for 81 degrees tonight in the evening with a 91 heat index. It's
James
gonna be
Cook.
Yeah,
freaking wet out, dude. The ball is
James
gonna
Cook
be
is
wet.
going to lead. James Cook is going to need at least 85 yards rushing against the Miami Dolphins defense, and I don't see it.
Why?
All right, now
Because you
that
don't
other
have the
people showed
receivers
up,
to
I'm
open
dropping.
up shit. You don't have the receivers to dominate
Here
my
you go.
corner. You don't have the secondary. Your wide receiver core is not going to dominate my secondary without a running game.
Lewis, you've been to plenty of games, bro. You know I'm not making excuses. You know I'm speaking reality of a situation that both teams got to contend with, bro. And the results from last week could have been, could have been starkly different if we were more prepared for that fact
I
until
would
the
go for
fourth
that
quarter.
if Jacksonville wasn't a Florida team that actually plays closer to the water than Miami does.
Just saying, when real speed got going, Big Nick, it took us a couple quarters to get used to that wet football, bro. You got to admit, we had a lot of drops by our tight ends that's not usual. It ain't usual for Durham Smythe to drop footballs like that.
Well, I just wanted to come up real quick because of the debate of whose defense is better, Jacksonville's or Buffalo's or whatever. I'm not even going to compare that. What I will say, though, is Jacksonville was dealing with a first-time defensive coordinator. So if you're asking me who I would trust more, I'm going to go with Sean McDermott and the Buffalo Bills at this point. Because at the end of the day, at the end of the day, with me hating Buffalo like I do, the fact of the matter is they do play us tough, and our offense usually has problems going against that defense. Now, they are missing players. I get it. But no, I can't come out and say right now after 1 week that Jacksonville is definitely better than Buffalo's defense.
Well,
And I
I didn't
would.
say that. I didn't say that. I said they got a better D line and they got a better safety. I didn't say they got a better overall defense. Somebody else said that.
Again, Von Miller played. If you watched the game for Buffalo last week, and I did watch, I went and watched the replay of it. Von Miller, again, he did play well, right? Greg Rousseau, former Hurricane, 3 sacks, leads the league coming into week 2. He played very well. And Ed Oliver is over there too. I wouldn't sleep so much on that defensive line as much as, people want to think that their defensive line is trash. I don't think that's the case.
You forgot Daquan Jones too.
And Daquan Jones as well is a monster. So again, they are formidable, bro. And Sean McDermott, again, in my opinion, the best thing that Sean McDermott does is the adjustments that he makes. Because if you remember, even in the game we got blown out last year in Buffalo week 4, it was 14-14. We just couldn't. Our first 2 drives, we put up 7. And after that, it just looked like we got stagnant. Right. And I know Raheem Mostert fumbled the ball at basically around the 50. But after that, we still couldn't create no offense. And I know we had injuries and stuff, but I'm not using injuries as an excuse. Sean McDermott, in-game adjustments, halftime adjustments and stuff, I would probably say, again, Sean McDermott is probably one of the best in the league at doing that. It's going to be this thing coming in here thinking that, again, Buffalo has fell off a cliff. Again, do I think they're as good as years past? No. But no, again, they are our bullies, bro. We got to go take it.
Well, and the other thing, Lou, just so I'm clear, I'm clear to what I'm saying, is that I'm warning both teams that the wet football diminishes offense just as much as the 9 penalties we got last week.
And I think that second game last year, right? Even though you're absolutely right, Lewis, right? I'm not going to use injuries as an excuse or anything like that. But momentum does play a big part of the game. And the Mostert fumble and the Tyreek drop, that like just drained us, man. We came in that shit so hyped, so ready. And when those happen, it just took all the air out the sails, man.
Hey, you know what, Louis? Now that you're up here, I got a question for you. And this question wasn't answered by any Bills or the coaches or anything. Bobby Babich is calling the plays now. He's a first-year DC. Granted, McDermott has the final say, but what do you think do you think Bobby Babich called the second half, or do you think McDermott took the reins?
at the end of the day, man, listen, I'm not gonna. It's just my opinion, Michael K. I don't have no knowledge of this, right? But I'm gonna use this as an example, and I'll use my team for the question you just asked. When I think about a guy like Frank Smith, Frank Smith is our offensive coordinator, right? But Mike McDaniel is our offensive coordinator. You see what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, this guy Badage or whatever, he might be your DC title-wise, and it's cool, right? Sean McDermott is your defensive coordinator. You know that. I know that. We all know that. He's the one that's put it in them game plans. He's the one. Now, is he calling the game? I don't watch y'all close enough to understand that. But, again, I'll use the Frank Smith analogy. He's our offensive coordinator. I'm sure he has input. I'm sure he's in all the meeting rooms and stuff. On game days, Mike McDaniel's the one pulling the trigger, bro.
Absolutely. Frank Smith does the game planning during the week. Mike calls the plays on the sideline.
I mean, yeah, it's a cute story to think that Mike McDaniel is the one drawing up these plays. It's not Frank Smith. This is Mike McDaniel's no offense. This is not Frank Smith. So, again, it's a cute story to believe that. And, again, if you want to, that's fine. But I don't believe that to be a case.
I think Frank Smith's more of a do-boy than anything. And I think Lewis is correct.
Yeah, I'm not going to call the man a do-boy. Listen, does he help Mike Daniel?
What happened?
Lou, he might have got a phone call.
Yeah, that's what Frank Smith does. Mike McDaniel can't, he got too much. He's the head coach, man. He can't just be focused on just the game plan. That's what Frank Smith is for. Mike calls the plays.
No.
Yeah, I mean that's how it's you want it to be.
But in all honesty, nobody really knows. Nobody's in the meeting rooms and nobody talks about it. I would have to say Lewis is probably spot on with his analysis of what's going on there. And that's just a fan saying, from a fan perspective. But nobody actually knows. And that's why we don't know if McDermott took the play calling over after half, and that's when the Bills turned it around, or if Babbage did what Babbage is supposed to do and put
all we know is the Bills suck.
But the point
we call them the Billikens around here, Big Nick.
I think if the Bills win 1 or 2 Super Bowls, we're in the division with the most Super Bowl victories in the NFL. So
that's why you have to fall back on living in the past. Living the here and now, where it's 11-2.
We got 9 Super Bowl trophies over here. Imagine if we would have had just 2 of those from the Bills.
Good afternoon, Culler.
For God's sake, the Jets got a Super Bowl trophy.
What's up, Fred? You ready for this game tonight, Fred? You excited?
Oh, Culler, man. I'm climbing the walls, man. I can't wait.
How bad Buffalo beat us tonight, Fred? Come on, Fred. How bad they beat us?
Yep. What's your score prediction, Fred? Tell us how bad we're gonna lose.
No, I'm gonna keep it 100.
Get it over with.
I'm gonna keep it 100, man. Until it's done. You know what, Culler? I'm not going to say it until it's done.
Plenty of credible people. Plenty of credible people that have the same take, bro.
I like to say that.
Do Buffalo beat us worse than your prediction for Jacksonville beating us?
Man, I'm gonna say this here. Look, I'm gonna say,
I mean, it's okay. I only have us winning 17-16, Fred. So don't be afraid.
A Dolphins 17-16 win. I'm happy. I'm happy with that, man. But I wouldn't be happy. I'm not happy.
The reason I'm doing that, though, Fred, I'm doing that because I'm always wrong. So if I say we're going to win 17-16, we might get a blowout tonight. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Yeah,
that's what I'm hoping because I've been I was 4-12 in the pick'ems last week on Miss Finn's show, right? So if I say we're winning 17-16, we might get that big decisive win we've been waiting for. I don't know because I'm usually wrong.
I know.
See what I'm
I
doing
know.
there?
Yeah, I
Only
know. I
hope
see
I
what you're
got
doing.
left, man.
Fred is usually wrong too, but that don't stop him, Color.
I
No, I'm
know.
never.
I know.
I've been known to be wrong. Yeah, I can admit that. I've been known to be wrong, but
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. We
I've
know
been
that.
known to, I've also known to be
As
right.
recently as 4 days ago.
Well,
But I mean, plenty of people are of the look,
well,
Fred. Look,
you
Fred, I'm
know
gonna
the
help you out a
story.
little bit. I'm gonna help you out a little bit.
Well,
Plenty of
I
people.
didn't.
Hold on. Plenty of people in this community are of the thought that yes, that's a monkey on our back. We gotta beat the Buffalo Bills, and we haven't done it, so we shouldn't be have so much bravado. I get all
Exactly,
that.
man.
You're not.
Exactly, man.
Nobody's gonna kill you if you pick us to lose this game, man. Except maybe Big Nick.
Well,
But they don't hold that same energy for the Jets, right? The Jets, all we heard was the Jets have a Super Bowl defense, right?
Oh yeah.
All they're missing is Aaron Rodgers, and they're a Super Bowl contender. You put them motherfuckers on the field with a Super Bowl contender, and they look like they don't even belong in the NFL. So nobody gives the same energy to the New York Jets.
Real quick, Big Nick, we're trying to use motor fingers around here more often, just so you know, at this time slot.
Can I say this, Color, man? I mean, like what was it last
I don't
year or
know.
the
It
year
depends
before
on if
last?
the chat wants to time you out for it or not.
Okay, I'm just looking at it like, like if it was last year or the year before that when we played Buffalo, it took a forced fumble, man, and a recovery to basically win that game against the Patriots. And
Yeah.
it did it again last week, man. It was almost a certain outcome of the game, man.
Right.
Up until that fumble, man. If that guy scores that touchdown, I believe that game goes the other way. You know what I mean? But
Well, if Tyreek,
did you notice the difference? Hold on, Big Nick. Did you notice the
if
difference
Tua
there,
hits
Fred?
Tyreek on that deep pass, I believe the
Hold on,
game
Fred.
goes another way.
I got this one, Big Nick. You notice the difference in what you said there, Fred? You
What's
said
that?
the first game we won the game at the end because of a fumble, which means we
Yeah.
already had the lead, and the
Right.
fumble ended the game. Okay.
Yeah.
The other hand, you said we were in the same situation. We fumbled, and that's the only reason we could win the game. That's wrong because we still had to take the lead, which means that fumble wasn't the only thing we had to do to win the game.
Well, it wasn't the only thing we had to do to win the game,
Right.
but up until that
So
point,
there are two different scenarios.
I think without that fumble, we could have been on our way to being blown out in Jacksonville.
But why mention the fumble and don't mention the overthrow by Tua on the Tyreek pass wide open that would have been a touchdown? Why not mention that?
I'm gonna tell you like this. I said it last time I was up here coloring them. Like I seen Tua do something that I was hoping that he would start to do, and what that was merely holding the ball another second and let these wide receivers clear, man, and then find them.
Yeah, he tried that. He took 2 sacks. He took 2 sacks trying to do that.
Okay, well, it was what it was. But there are still plays out there, man. Don't just settle for the quick pass to this right here, bro. The pressure wasn't even an issue. You had plenty of time to survey that field, and that's what he did, and threw a nice strike to Waddle and Tyreek.
So what are you worried about?
What I'm worried about? What I'm worried about in this game, man. Like
the man hit like 4 or 5 receivers. What is Fred talking about?
Fred, you can't expect that to happen every single play of the game, bro.
No, man. No, you can't, bro. No, you can't.
But it happened enough times that it needed to, right?
Look, I'm gonna say in this game right here, Color, man. Until we beat these motherfuckers, it is what it is with us, man. They own us.
Fingers, man. Motor fingers.
Until we beat them, they own us, bro. Simple as that.
Color, did you hear that? He had time to scan the field, but yet he only hit like 3 or 4 receivers the whole game. Fred, stop it.
Did I say he had a
sure-handed tight end drop 3 footballs, bro?
Well, if you ask me, one of them was a pass interference. You know what I'm saying? I understand that. If you ask me, he had one of those Smythe catches was a pass interference.
Okay, so how's that to his fault?
Okay, one of them, he threw the ball at his knees. So I give him.
Did it touch his hands?
Yeah, it touched his hands, man. But
Then
at
he
his
should have
knees,
caught it.
he's got to fight for that. Come
And
on, we
that
got the
means he had a
quarterback.
chance. And that means he had a chance to catch it.
We have, but we also have the most
And I'm
accurate
telling
quarterback
you,
in the NFL.
he catches that 76% of the time, bro. So how's that Tua's fault, bro?
Bro, first of all, I didn't say that was Tua's fault, man. I mean, it was down at his knees. I'm saying the pass was at his knees, man. You got to fight for that.
Plays to be made.
You don't catch
You're
that.
saying there was plays to be made. He only hit a certain number of receivers, yet 2 of his tight ends dropped a total of more than 4 balls between the 2 of them. You can't go through every single football and say, oh, well, it's because they dropped it because of this or because of that. It don't matter.
Wait a minute.
None of it was Tua's fault.
After week 1, who's the leading passer in the NFL? After the first week of games, who's the leading passer in the NFL?
I don't care about that.
I know you don't, Fred. I know you don't. The point is, all that
because
shit
you know
you
why?
talking,
Because you
all
know
that
why,
shit
Nick?
you talking, the man
Because
is
you know
still
why?
the leading passer in the NFL.
No, because you know why? Because a game like this, which has been proven to happen, he could be the worst. He could be the worst passer in the NFL.
And if that's what you think, so if that's what you think is going to happen, say it and say that's why we're going to lose. Ain't no big deal. And we can
I'm
move
just
on.
saying. I'm saying that the reason we may lose is be the same reason as we've been losing to them for years, man. They're just a more formidable team up front, if you ask me, man.
Well, Big Nick and I disagree.
Can I give my score prediction?
Sure.
I'm saying Buffalo 27, Miami 20.
All right. So we lose by a touchdown and we're favored by 2.5. All right, I got you. So I guess you're taking the
the point you made about
Buffalo 13. That's my prediction. 34-13 Miami.
The point you made about with the wet footballs. Yes, both teams will be slinging a wet football around. However, I think Josh Allen may have just a little bit more control over wet football than Tua does.
Like the control he had over the one he threw in the dirt when it was wet in a humid environment. The last time
I'm gonna say
the control he's gonna have with a busted up left hand, right, Fred?
I'm gonna say like the control he had.
What does his left hand have to do when he throws with his
Hold on a second. Even Michael K would be like, the Buffalo fan would be like, bro, control on a wet football when he threw one in the dirt to lose the game in Miami.
No, I'm talking about like the control in the football like Tua had in Tennessee when the ball just slips out his goddamn hand when it's wet.
Well, you know how long ago Tennessee was, man?
The ball was wet last week. Fred, the ball was wet. The ball was wet last week. The ball was wet last week. How much did it affect him throwing that ball to Tyreek?
The man talking about a game where Brian Flores was the coach.
The ball
man.
was wet
Goddamn,
last week.
Fred.
Why don't you get out of your house one day, go to the football game, and find out just how wet the ball was last week?
Okay. Maybe I'll do that.
Or why don't you watch ESPN and figure out that Josh Allen almost missed his game because of a bum left hand, and you're talking about who's going to have better control?
Y'all think the only way to get a football wet is rain? You need to get out of your house if you're in Miami.
Let me say this, man. Let me say this, man. Can I say one thing? Can I say one thing? Are we sitting here depending on a wet football for Dolphins to get a victory? I mean, but
you're not going to have this argument.
This wet football seems to be an issue, man.
We're
It
not
seems to
going
be
to
an
have
issue.
this argument unless you can tell me the person up on this panel that said that.
Wait, hey, Culler, I gotta rewind. Did Big Nick just say that Allen almost missed this game because of a bad left hand?
I
Yeah,
think
he was
so.
just clear. He didn't practice. He didn't practice at all. And Sean McDermott came out
I
and said
tend to
that
agree
he
with
was
you.
What?
clear to
He
practice
what are
and
you
he would be
talking?
clear to
Papers
I
play,
think
Nick?
he
which
scared it
means
to us.
there was some doubt whether he was going to play.
What do you mean he didn't practice at all? Where are you getting your information from?
He did.
The
When did he
news.
practice? When did he practice?
Monday and Tuesday. Full
When he did? No,
participation.
he didn't. He was clear to practice, but he didn't participate. He had some throwing sessions because he had to test out that left hand with the glove,
Well,
plastic glove, but
hey,
he did
Nick,
not
you know what, Nick?
participate in the full
Hey,
practice.
Culler, go to the injury report, please.
It's not. He's not on there.
Yeah, he is. He's on there. I just looked
I
at it.
don't see it.
But
Full
the point is,
participation,
he has a
Monday and
bad left
Tuesday.
hand.
What does his left hand have to do with his right hand, his throwing hand?
Oh, you never played sports.
Thank you.
Never
What does the
played
left hand
sports.
have to do with throwing the
I don't see
football?
Josh Allen on the injury report. Not on ESPN's injury report.
Yeah, my bad, Michael K. You never played sports. I apologize.
So, Fred, I was wondering who that was on the panel that said that we're depending on a wet football.
No, I mean this was the talk I'm hearing about. Okay, the football being
Right.
wet.
I know that's the talk you've been hearing. I'm trying to figure out who you were hearing it from.
I don't know, man. I guess if it was brought up on the panel, man, I guess whoever brought it up.
By whom?
Did you bring up the wet football issue?
I didn't. I know. At no point did I ever say we were depending on a wet football.
Okay, so football's wet if it's dry. Don't matter what it
What's the difference? Are you really going to ask me what the difference is between a wet and a dry football?
I think I'm saying about a wet football, man. Are we looking for some kind of advantage in this game?
No, I said I was warning both teams. I said
Absolutely, we're looking for an advantage in this game. We're looking for an advantage in every game. Absolutely.
Hold on, Big Nick. This dude's putting words into my mouth, and I'm going to correct him. All right. What I said was, Fred, I was warning both teams that it matters. That's all I said. Do you disagree with that?
Okay. Yeah, I'm good with that.
Okay. Then we can move on.
Yeah.
Now,
Well,
Fred,
can I tell you what I'm looking for?
Wait a minute, Fred. Wait a minute. Fred, do you think that both teams or every team in the NFL is always looking for some sort of advantage?
Yeah, everybody's looking for some kind of
So why would
advantage,
you ask
man.
that question? What are you saying? We're looking for an advantage?
Right.
Absolutely we are.
Are we going to take away Seattle's Super Bowl championship because their crowd is louder than everybody else's?
Absolutely, we're looking for a fucking advantage. Every team is.
Well, I just want to point out to Fred and others that have this opinion, right? I'm going to tell you what I'm looking out for. What I'm looking for tonight, depending, no matter the weather, wet footballs, whatever the case may be. We know in whatever weather, Josh Allen is going to give the Miami Dolphins about 2 to 3 chances to get a turnover.
Correct.
That is a fact.
Correct.
We know for a fact that last, I believe, 3 times we have played Buffalo, one of our pass rushers coming off the edge has either sacked Josh Allen for a strip fumble or Josh Allen has thrown interceptions. Those opportunities will be there. Tonight, I will need, just like in week 1 when Jordan Poyer got his hand on the football for an interception and probably a walk-in touchdown at that point, when Josh Allen doesn't make those mistakes today, because they will happen, right? Miami, this defense needs to make those plays happen. Because against a team like this, and this is where, again, I'll give Buffalo credit. They are one of the top teams in the AFC. Whether we don't have to like them, they're our division rival, but let's just call a spade a spade. They are one of the best teams. And when you get opportunities from a defensive perspective, I will say
quarterback.
Against a team like this, you gotta make them pay, not only by converting those turnovers, but by making them pay now when that offense gets on the field. Make them feel those turnovers, and that's what I'm looking for.
Lou, the offense has to pay off the defense for those plays.
Absolutely,
they have to reward them for those plays.
But I just wanted to point out, because I heard Fred earlier bring up the Tennessee game, which was 3 years ago, and again, that's his opinion. I'm not here to change his opinion, But we always talk about the Tua games and stuff. Fred, you would agree that you do believe Josh Allen, and again, since he's been in the league, he is the most turnover-prone quarterback in the league. That is a fact. And he's great, right? I give Josh Allen tremendous credit. I'm not going to shit on the man. He is a top quarterback in this league. That still doesn't change the fact. That doesn't change the fact that every game he's going to throw and put the ball in harm's way. He has more turnovers than anybody since he's been in the league. You can agree with that, though, Fred, right? You do agree with that?
Yeah, I agree with that.
Okay, all right.
And Lou, one other thing to add, that when you've got a guy like Allen, when he's on his game, that can just continue to convert third downs, making them punt needs to be rewarded by the offense too in these types of games. Like, your offense has to reward your defense just for making them, especially if it's a 3 and out. If your defense gets a 3 and out on Buffalo with Josh Allen, your offense has to reward that.
1,000%. And again, I'm not going to blame it on the wet football, or not even blame. It's not even the word I'm looking for. I'm just not going to. I just think I'm going to chalk up week 1 last week. Like that throw that Tua missed Tyreek early, and overthrow, by the way. I don't want to, he missed him, but he overthrew him. He didn't underthrow him. So I guess that's a positive.
Man, Tua can't overthrow Tyreek. What are you talking about?
He overthrew him last week, man.
All I'm saying is, again, those kind of plays right there. There were a couple out routes that I seen Tua throw that usually, he's spot on with. They were a little high and stuff. I'm going to chalk that up to Russ. We haven't played in over 200 plus some odd days. Durham Smythe, to Culler's point, I don't think Durham Smythe, if he gets the opportunity to catch 3 or 4 footballs a day, I don't believe those are going to be drops. I'm going to chalk that up to Rust. But again, when I look at the overall game, I think Miami could have, we still won the game. I think we could have made it a little bit easier than it looked last week. And I think that if those plays present themselves, like if Tyreek Hill in the first quarter is streaking down the field wide open like he did last week, I believe Tua hits, right? I believe Durham Smythe catches those 4 passes today. And that's why I'm going to
notice how little there was, much fewer drops there were by the fourth quarter when we started getting shit right.
Right. I'm just going to chalk that up to Russ. And again,
I mean, I understand. Well, Rust is every bit a part is reminding yourself how to handle the football when it's a little sloppy outside. You know what I mean?
When we talk about, right, Fred brought up Tennessee, and that's 3 years ago. Now let's go back. If we're going to play that game, let's play it the correct. Well, let's play the game, Nick, right? If that's the game that people still want to play with, I'm willing to play the game, right? But I said this the other day, and see, 3 years ago, because I'm not going to say Tua played bad in the first game. I'm not going to say he played great. He played somewhere in the middle, right? I think he could be better. Obviously, the numbers dictate that. 23 of 37, that's not usually a typical Tua game. You don't see him having 14 incompletions. The difference, I would say, though, right, when we used to talk 3 years ago, because Fred brought up the Tennessee game, 3 years ago, a game like that for Tua is coming for 165 yards. You see what I'm saying? Regardless of how you slice it up, we're talking about a so-so game for Tua with that he had 338.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
That's the third different way that we've made that point today already. Like that different way. You're absolutely right, Lou.
Absolutely. So again, bro, Tua has gotten better.
We sluggishly put up 400 yards of offense. What happens if we're not sluggish?
That's easily 550. Is what that looks like.
I'd argue that Denver found out last year what happens when we're not sluggish out the gate.
Absolutely, bro. So listen again.
Hey Lou, let me ask you something, bro. Let me ask you something. Who would your game ball be? I mean, we say we can give the whole team a game ball. Everybody played, everybody contributed some kind of way, bro. But if you really had to give somebody a game ball, man, like who would it have been for us last week, bro?
Listen, from a player perspective, I think it was ultimately a team win, Fred. So I agree when McDaniel said everybody gets a team ball. It's cliche for me to give you that answer. I'm going to give you the guy for me. Well, hold on, Fred. I'm going to give you Fred. I'm going to give you.
Hold on. I attempted to do just that. I ended up giving out 3 game balls on defense and 2 on offense. So it's the same difference. You know what I mean?
Go ahead. But again, I'm not even going to go from a player perspective because I don't think that's the case. I'm going to give it to our first-year defensive coordinator. I'm sorry, bro. The way Jacksonville was moving the ball
I gave out.
Yeah, for me, it's Anthony Weaver, bro. That the coaching that he displayed in the second half, right? Because you can call it what you want, bro. We're Dolphin fans, so we love the Tyreek Hill, the Jalen Waddles, the Tua Tagovailoa, the A-chains, right? We are explosive. What people need to understand, they're in that Jaguar team. You have a young and up-and-coming quarterback in Trevor Lawrence.
You're in the blender.
My fault. Can you hear me better?
A little better.
Yeah, all I was going to say was at the end of the day, bro, Jacksonville, we always talk about our weapons and how explosive we are. For me, Anthony Weaver, the job he did in the second half, the simple fact is Trevor Lawrence is a young up-and-coming quarterback. Brian Thomas Jr., I'm calling it now. That was my guy. I wanted him in the draft. He's going to be a stud. Christian Kirk is a good wide receiver. Evan Ingram is a top-flight tight end in this league. Travis Etienne and Bigsby coming out of the backfield. They are as a combo. They are as good as it gets in this league. And for Anthony Weaver to hold that offense out of the end zone and not even let them get in field goal range in the second half, it's a credit to him. Fred, that would be my game ball.
If I had to give it to a non-coach, I'm gonna give it to the guy that really set the tone.
I'm just gonna
wait. I'm gonna go.
Let me just say real quick that it also took, even when they did score, it took an exceptional throw by Trevor Lawrence and play by their receiver to get that ball in the end. You know what I mean? So go ahead, Big Nick.
If I had to give it to a non-coach, right? Because I agree with that. He does deserve the game ball because he did a tremendous job. 263 yards for that particular offense, that's amazing. But if I had to give a non-coach game ball, I'm going to give it to the guy that I feel originally set the tone. They got everybody's heads out their ass. He didn't drop a pass, and he went over 100 yards, and that was Jalen Waddle. Jalen Waddle woke this team up with that big catch, that 63-yard catch.
That's interesting. I hadn't heard that all week.
Can I give mine? I'm giving it to Jalen Waddle.
Can I give mine?
What's up, everybody?
Yeah, what's up, Batman? Hold on, Fred. Go ahead and give yours, but then let Batman have the floor. You've been kind of you guys have been kind of chopping it up in a minute.
Yeah. If it's to me, man, I clearly watched that game. I watched that game close, and it's clear. It was clear to me that Javon Holland should have had the game ball, not just because of the fumble, the forced fumble, not just because of the forced fumble, but bro, I seen a 5-yard pass break up that was certainly for a first down. I seen him force a pass to Christian Kirk on the sideline that Trevor Lawrence had to get rid of when he didn't want to. And they were big. That was also for a first down.
And then, of course, he got the game-changing forced fumble. So, yeah.
Well, yeah. That's why. Although I want to give the whole team, I'm saying it's a whole team effort, but Javon Holland clearly stood out to me in that game, bro.
Yeah, he made a huge dent in the contract negotiations at the table with that play. You know what I mean? Like, he made a huge dent.
Yeah, it took him from 14 to 16 million.
Right. What's up, Batman? Go ahead. First of all, I want to publicly thank you again for helping me out with the yellow parking pass, man. It's made my night already.
Nah, no problem. Nah, I just tuned in. Just got off of work. Technically, I'm on my way to the game right now, so at least the tailgate.
Right on.
As far as the conversation, yeah, man, Waddle, Tyreek, Phillips, all these guys had a great game, but can't believe I'm agreeing with Fred. The player of the game is Javon Holland. The momentum.
You going with the singular game ball? Fair enough. Fair enough.
No, multiple people deserve it, but if you have to give it to one guy, if it wasn't for Javon Holland, it doesn't matter what Waddle did, what Tyreek did, doesn't matter what Tua did, doesn't matter what anybody did. If Javon Holland doesn't do that, he changed the whole momentum. Just got sucked out of Jacksonville, and everything went downhill after that for them. And if it wasn't for that play, we would have probably lost that game. So I give it to Javon.
I'm gonna ride sort of with Big Nick's take, but for a different player. And again, I told you I gave out 3 game balls on defense and 2 on offense, plus Coach Weaver. So let's just say that I'll give you who my first game ball was that I gave out, and it may surprise some people. This man is starting in his 17th season. Okay. And he comes out and right out the gate sets the tone of how the day was going to end up going, and gets a sack, man, after being in cuffs for no reason to find out what's going on with his teammate. You know what I mean? Man goes into the state 17th season.
I think Ramsey had a better game, though.
Bet you're right, Big Nick. I'm just talking about when it comes to what a guy's got going on in his career, and obviously what he had going on that morning heading to the stadium, and just to come out and be like, I'm still here, mofos. You know what I mean? And that was impressive. That really impressed me a lot.
Hey, Mike. Well, hey, Nick. Well, what'd you see in Ramsey, bro, for you to feel like Ramsey could have had?
Ramsey had one bad play that was a pass interference. Ramsey had the big stop on the 4th and 1 in Jacksonville scoring territory. Jacksonville also had several pass play breakups, and Ramsey had played a great game outside of one pass.
And snuffing out that run play on 4th down and knifing down the line to make the first hit on the guy before the yard marker. I mean, man,
right there, Culler, what you just said, man, knifing down the line, bro. I kind of thought Agba did that, bro.
That was Jalen Ramsey, bro. That was
Ramsey, homie.
That was Jalen shucking Ramsey.
And that wasn't no cornerback hit. That was a grown man hit.
I thought that was Agba broke that up, and then when he come back to the other side, I thought it was Culler that made him turn it back in.
What happened was they strung the back out to the edge. Jalen Ramsey immediately knifed in and caught him, backed off, and then knifed down the line and delivered a hit that you could probably hear in the next.
That knocked him into Fuller. He knocked him into Fuller
from getting the first down marker.
I'm sorry, I thought I was seeing something else. Then okay, my bad.
Well, if we weren't the red-headed stepchild on YouTube, I could show you the video, but
What's up, everybody? Happy game day to you.
What's up, Greg?
How are you, my
got
friend?
any game balls, or are you going with the team-wide game ball?
You know what? I'm going to give it to Javon Holland, too. If he scores, ball game, done, over. So I'll give it to John. But you know what? I'm going to go different. I'm going to give it to the Sandman because he kicked the game winner from 52 out.
I ain't giving him nothing because he missed one, an important part of the game.
He kicked the tying and the winning field goal. You right.
I got an explanation that might talk you off the ledge with Jason Sanders, Fred. Did you notice how good? Did you notice how good Bailey was punting Sunday?
Oh yeah, you know what? Yeah, he was hitting some nice punts.
Hey, Culler, I got a different take on Bailey. The reason I would love to give it to Bailey.
I'll let you go.
But those two punts. Okay. Those 2 punts inside the 5, they took him 96 yards, both of them. So
okay, fine, but he still did his job, which we haven't seen him do that since he's been here like that. You know what I mean? My point is to Fred, okay, do you think it's possible that Bailey took a little bit away from his practice time for holding the football to get his shit right punting the football this offseason? And that may have kind of got him a little rusty holding that first football for Sanders. You don't think there's a slight possibility?
No, the man making $3 million a year, man. No, man. That's terrible.
Not at all. Not at all.
Hey, I'm allowed to
Sanders
reach
missed,
too, Big Nick. I'm
Sanders
allowed to
missed
reach
that.
for my favorites too,
I,
man.
You tried with
Sanders
that,
missed
color.
that
You
shit.
tried with that one.
Sanders, Sanders missed
So,
that,
Got the
bro.
man
And
making
he
$3
missed
million
it
a
bad,
year.
bro.
You sure it
so I
wasn't
got a
deflected? You
Good
sure it
try,
looked like it
Color.
was
Good try.
deflected?
prediction for tonight's game.
Lay it
Yeah.
A
down.
lot of pain for Josh Allen tonight. A lot of pain. We're gonna knock his block off. He'll get up, and we're gonna knock his block off again.
I got a prediction. Jalen Waddle have a Tyreek Hill game today.
I was just thinking that. I had Jalen Waddle about 8-9 catches, $140, 2 touchdowns. But my overall
Okay.
score, I got Miami 27, Buffalo 17.
All right. Let me see if I got any info on any
34-13, I'm going.
any latest news on rosters and stuff like that. And we don't have nothing posted yet.
I think we'll be extra fired up. We've had enough of this. And like they've
And for
said, if we're gonna do it, this is tonight's the night to do it. This year's to
And
do
for
it.
Lewis's sake, for the love of God, please no East and West plays.
Yeah,
Oh
exactly.
man, it was rough, man. I was Big
No.
Nick the other
I didn't
night
have a problem with it. I
almost
understood
like.
the reason why. I didn't have a problem with it.
Well, I know neither did I per se. I just wish we would have executed better. You know what I mean? Because it makes it look really bad when you don't execute a pure West Coast, because that's really what it was. And it was like, it almost made me not be a fan of the West Coast system anymore itself. I was like, yo, this has to stop. We got to like push the ball down the field. But you know what I mean, bro. I understand what you're saying too. Like,
And when you look at the all 22, a couple of those plays
well, I'm
failed
saying,
because we missed
well,
the
I'm
block.
well, right.
Right?
And
A
what I'm
couple of
saying
those
is, if
plays we hit a block, and
right,
A-Chan is down the sideline. A couple
and
of
I'm
those
saying
plays.
that's how that can be. That's how that style of offense can be. But if you're executing, everybody's like, "Oh my God, that's a thing of beauty." You know what I mean? Because
Oh,
I seen it from like, okay, Big Nick, I've got the Madden view basically, right, in the end zone, centered and kind of up in the upper deck, right? So when you see that West Coast with like our style of offense and some of the plays McDaniel has designed and runs, and they execute properly, it's like, I mean, it's like watching Georgia Tech with the triple option game, bro. It's so beautiful to
I
watch.
forget who it was, but that wasn't Mostert play, screenplay for Mostert. I forget which tight end it was, whether it was Smythe or whether it was Hill. If they just get in front of the dude, Mostert is down the sideline, out of there, right? Just simple things like that. Execute. Get
The
in
other
front of
thing,
somebody. Do something.
the other thing that I think, and I'm not coming at you, Fred, but it's just an impression I get from you all the time, is that I think one other thing you're not taking into consideration is that the Dolphins and our offense and our coaches and everybody else, they watched all of what you watched too. They're not like Pete. They're not. It's not like Pete's the only one watching all 22. They're watching the stuff too. So they had all week. Well, it's a short turnaround, so obviously they didn't have a proper practice week, but neither did the Bills. So the thing of it is that you got to expect that that they know they got to work on whatever their failures were too, bro. And we should expect to see some improvement in execution.
And you got to remember, Tua had 5 plays of live action football in the all season. Tyreek had none. Waddle had none.
Right. It's not like we're trying to find a way to win. We know what our key to winning is, no matter who the opponent is, and that's execution. That's our only problem.
Now let me ask you this: compared to Jacksonville's wide receivers, do you actually fear Buffalo's wide receivers?
No, I
Well,
don't
you
fear
got to. They got
anybody.
a top 3 quarterback.
But
You got to.
I do.
okay, I don't fear anybody. But if I'm concerned about them from the respect that Big Nick's talking about, the guy throwing the football to him.
Oh yeah. No, I get Josh Allen.
Because remember, Gabe Davis had 8 receptions for 201 yards and 4 touchdowns in a playoff game with Josh Allen throwing him the football. Where's Gabe Davis now? Oh, that's right. We shut him down last week.
Yep. Yep. And I'll tell you what, Anthony
that should
Weaver
tell you
did
right there how much the quarterback can matter. Not saying matters all the time. I'm just saying can matter or can make a difference.
The only thing I'm nervous about is that Jacksonville in the first half schemed open a lot of wide open people. I know we shut that shit down in the second half, but against a team with a quarterback like Josh Allen, we really can't let them scheme open wide receivers.
And wasn't that against like Kansas City or something that he had that night?
I don't know. Fuck Buffalo.
I know, me too, but I think the same way, Big Nick. But think about that. 8 receptions for 201 yards. That's 25 yards a clip. Whose defense is giving that up to Gabe Davis? I thought it was Kansas City, if I remember correctly.
Wow, we just got to get after him. And I know I get the left hand scenario. I understand it's not his throwing hand, but I'll tell you what, from what I've heard, that hand is quite bruised. Hit it, slap at it, just make it hurt.
Guys don't know how important it is to pat that goddamn ball before you throw it. I'm telling you, man. If you can't pat that ball before you throw it, it's gonna throw your timing off. I'm telling you.
That's what I'm saying. I've heard he's wearing a glove right now. So you smack at that thing, even if you don't get right at him, you smack that hand. You make it hurt.
Hey, look,
I know 94 would. If we still had 94, that hand would be in trouble.
Right. And Big Nick, I know Fred's going to say I'm depending on a wet football, as he likes to say, but you have to keep in mind that if he does have an issue with his hand, he's not going to be carrying the football with that hand or stiff arming with it going into a linebacker. So what's probably going to cause is him to be shifting the football from hand to hand more often. And when you're talking about 91 degrees heat index because of the humidity, that ball is going to be wet, and he better be mindful of it.
Plays a lot into it too, Culler. You know, I've done some shit when I was hurt, but adrenaline.
Real quick, Travis Etienne, I have no doubt is strong enough. We've seen guys try to punch at footballs before and not get it out. Okay, I'm sure Etienne is strong enough that there may have been some kind of extra help there. When Javon Holland nails it right on its center, right on its sweet spot, you know what I mean, and punches it out. You know, there's got to be something involved there with it being so humid out. You know what I mean?
No, man, you can't protect the ball. You can't protect from something you don't see coming.
Well, that's true.
That's
too.
right. That's right.
I think some strong guys still take that on. You know what I mean?
That was a lack of concentration on ETN because he's seen the goal line right there.
Right.
Or maybe it was just a great play.
Okay. Now just picture if we're swatting at footballs tonight as a matter of course. And maybe he didn't need. Maybe the humidity might not have helped there on Javon Holland, but that don't mean it couldn't. When you got a guy like Josh Allen that's going to be shifting the ball between his hands more often because of a hurt left hand, you know what I mean?
Hey, to change the subject real quickly, it's still on football, but that kickoff return for a touchdown wasn't exciting as I thought it would be.
Oh, when
it was
Arizona
like you got past the line and you was out of there.
Yeah, it was boring after that, wasn't it? I told you that's all it was going to take is somebody busting through that initial line. It's
boring,
right? So
all you
what
do
it
is
is,
get through one line and you out of
right. So you have a choice on defense: do you keep it still spread out, or do you bunch up right away? And if a team has a guy that has the right enough speed and the right enough strength to get there before they've been able to complete that, he can bust through, and there's nothing behind them. It
wasn't that exciting to me. Then I was like, all right, yeah, okay, I see it. But then it was
that's why I thought Deebo Samuel type body style and athletic ability would be perfect for that role. because you can get there quick and you got some bust through strength. You know what I
Nah, he
mean?
won't.
You,
Nah, he's too
you
big of
think
a
they
target.
could put a Tyreek
No,
or Waddle
I'm
back
not
there?
saying that. I'm not saying that Debo would himself. I'm saying his body type and athletic ability. You know what I mean?
I think his body type is too big to be returning kicks. I think they'll eat his big
Right.
ass up.
Well, what if you get somebody like Tio that's really good at catching the football,
Who? Somebody like who?
like Terrell
Man,
Owens?
did you see them? Did you see
I
Jacksonville's
don't
punter
even think it
outkick
was.
the
I don't
coverage
even
and
think it would be
Tyreek
a
was
guy
back
like Terrell, man. He's obviously too big and too long legged,
Man,
man.
imagine having
He thinks
Terrell
he
in the
can
new
have a
kickoff
lot to
system,
grab on.
though.
But what about when Jacksonville punter outkicked his coverage and Tyreek was back there? I thought Tyreek was out of there.
Man,
He outkicked that
hey,
coverage. I know they didn't want to
at
outkick that
least, hey,
coverage when Tyreek was back there.
credit to McDaniel or the secondary or the special teams coach, whoever it was that authorized Tyreek Hill to take Berrios' spot, because that was signaling to the fans, I hear you. I'm done with this too. Tyreek, please make something happen in the punt game.
I just think they saw that. I just think they saw that Jacksonville's kicker was outkicking this coverage, and they tried something with
Right.
Tyreek.
Right.
I think when Malik and Odom
I think they were looking for a
Odell
spark.
Beckham and the other guy come back, I think Berrios is out. He's got to be out.
Yeah, I agree with that.
He's
So,
got to
guys,
be out. He's terrible.
I really, really hate to do this to everybody. We're at 2.5 hours. Everybody, please hit the like button and head over to TFTGnetwork.com, where you can find links to all of our content, and even the Apple and Spotify podcast networks and all that, plus our shop where you can get some great merch from TFTG. And but I got to shut this thing down right here, because I got to actually get myself ready to go to lunch and then start heading to Hard Rock, because I don't want to get caught in that 5 o'clock line that starts on the turnpike that ain't got nothing to do with the game. You know what I mean? Because I got to come down from up in Palm Beach County, so I want to be I want to be on the turnpike by 3:30.
Hey, before you go, Culler. Hey,
Yes, sir.
Fred, what week was it again that you had the Miami Dolphins winning their first game? Remember, I was on the panel with you and Pete. What week was it?
No, I didn't have the Bills winning. I mean, I didn't have Miami winning. I had the Bills winning 27-20.
Right, but what week was it when we was on Pete's panel? What week was it? You said we'll start off something like 0-5, 0-6.
What week was it when we was on Peace Channel? I didn't say starting off no 0-5 and 1-6. Well, what I did do, I gave out my season prediction record, and 9-8.
9-8.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, Culler, you have
I'm a little
safe
more
trip.
confident. I'm a little more confident now that we took care of one of the decent opponents that we have, because our schedule's full of them this year. So I'm pretty pleased to know that we actually can compete with the more decent teams level, and get out a hard fought win, put 400 yards of offense on them. All we got, like I said, all we got to do is get shit right, man. That's all we got to do.
Yep.
Our opponent no longer dictates our pace, and whether we win or lose. That's once we realize that as a team, and it'll start clicking, and that's all it's gonna take, because it really is just about execution.
Well, and tonight I think we got to run the ball more.
It's going to take more prayer plays, bro. It's going to take more prayer plays, more prayer plays for us, Culler. Yeah, man.
I was calling for the same thing, Craig. I think as a quasi joke, I had said that we're going to win 17-16 on 258 yards rushing.
Hey, like a famous owner once said. Like a famous owner once said, and you know who I mean, Culler. Just win, baby. Just win.
Exactly. The last time we beat them, just to remind everybody, we had 19 minutes of possession time.
Yeah, I remember that. Yep. And they were tired at the end.
They put up over 500 yards of offense on us.
Yep.
Ran up and down the field to basically the way we came out last week. They ran up and down the field on us and didn't put the ball in the end zone enough than we did. So that's all it takes.
Well, listen, my friend, you have a safe trip.
You too, Greg.
And hopefully we win tonight, but I think we will. I think we end their dominance.
You watching the game at home tonight?
Yeah.
Right on, right on.
Cool. I'll be watching it, and I like to follow it on Finn's tailgate if anybody's calling it tonight.
I know that Capitan is going to be a little late to the party, but we're scrambling to get somebody to start it up at the very least for him to get it going. He's
I like to listen to Dudley Duron.
He's going to be a little late, but he's got the we should have the crew to cover it for a few minutes.
Well, like I said, I can listen to Dudley Durog. I like to listen to him too.
I would certainly love to cover it from the stadium, but they'll shut the stream down if we do that.
So, well, okay,
even for just audio, bro, you can't disseminate from the stadium, even just audio.
Well, no, you can't. So, well, I'll let you go. Enjoy your lunch and have a safe trip. And go Dolphins.
Yep. Thanks, man. Shake, perfect timing. Thanks, Craig. Shake, perfect timing.
By the way, now real quick, I just want to confirm that I have Amazon Prime, so I will call the game, and then once El Capitan takes control, we will be I have a difficult time saying that word. Simulcasting. Is that what
Simulcasting.
TMI Thursday. I will be producing TMI Thursday at the same time as.
Roger that. Perfect. So, yep. Either way, it'll be going, basically. And I'm going to certainly chime in from the stadium, like I usually do when I'm there, just to give everybody the atmosphere and all that. So you can definitely catch us there. I myself have to go get, unless Shake wants to keep everybody up here, but we don't have nobody on the panel, so it's a perfect time to, everybody gets it.
Yeah, I'm on lunch right now, so.
Everybody's like, yep, time to take a nap, eat some lunch, time to take a nap before the game. I, however, am going to go grab a shower and then go to lunch. And on my way after lunch, I will be heading to Hard Rock.
So tomorrow, real quick, I just want to bring. I have some. Unfortunately, since I got married, I have marital obligations now, so I can't do drive time.
That's what they call them. That's what they call problems in the first year, obligations.
But anyway, I might do a late night drive time show.
Right on.
But if somebody does
tomorrow, you mean?
Yeah, tomorrow night. Yeah, I'm not gonna.
Well, either case, I could also fill in if you need me to, because by tomorrow, well, I'm going to do obviously more in tomorrow morning. We'll be recapping the game and opening it up for people to talk about, no matter what the result.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, but for sure, Insomnia ain't going over this Saturday. So.
Right on. But as far as tomorrow night's drive time, whatever time you want to start it, just if nobody's here to fire it up, I'll do it. I'll be the one to start it up. If you want to come late, like whatever.
Yeah,
I know I'll probably be bored by that time, having slept most of the day after my show, and because of tonight, and then I'll be up at probably right around that time, zinging, ready to do something, So.
So yeah, I got to figure out what time the dinner is. So if the dinner is reasonably.
Right on. I think I can do a reasonable impression of you, facsimile,
Yes, that's what's up.
Because if I ever have you do my show, that's what I want you to do. You got to try to emulate me. You know what I mean?
All right. I got you. Yeah. Everything went because of the hurricane.
Right. Everything's because of the hurricane. Exactly. And Egyptian geese are very fine animals, I should say. Anyway, thanks, man.
great show, man. I was listening while I was working, so.
Oh, that's cool. I wish I could keep it going up until time to drive to the game, but Mom wanted to take me to lunch, so I can't refuse free food. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And not to mention, man, you gotta spend time with Mama, man.
Yeah, yeah. You know, she's. I wouldn't be going to the game without her. So you know, it's not like I'm some rich dude. You know what I mean? I ain't even got a job.
By the way, I appreciate all the content you've been given this week, man.
Yeah, man.
Great stuff, man.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. You know, it's been like you can tell in my voice. It's been a little taxing getting back to it so heavily. Plus, we had Sunday night and then boom, Thursday night right there. No turnaround. I feel just like one of the players. You know what I mean? Like, dang. No, it is pretty tough to turn around in an NFL week, short week. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially all the stuff that happened before the game last week didn't help because I've been putting a lot of energy into that. You know.
Yeah.
But if that's the last thing I do that's important in my life, then, you know, I can think of worse causes to champion. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
But
yeah, man, I appreciate you. I'm out of here. I'm heading back to lunch. Yeah, I'll let you get going, man.
right
So,
on. I'm just gonna hit the outro with you up here. Tell people what they have to do before I hit the outro, though. You know it, right?
Hit the like button.
That's right. Hit the like button or dislike if you have to, but you know, do something.
And just don't forget, 3 o'clock in the morning, we are running the episode of Insomnia. First guest of the military series was Raphael Courtright.
Oh, right on. We lost you, Shake. He probably got a phone call. Sounded like he was on his phone. Oh, there you
hear
go.
me now?
Yep.
Yeah, we talk about his experience in boot camp, and we compare and contrast his experience with Full Metal Jacket. So it's going to
And
be
that's
interesting.
tonight. That's tonight at midnight. That's dropping.
3 o'clock in the morning.
3 o'clock. Okay, right. 3 o'clock. Yeah, because people will probably be tired after. Yeah, I got you. Perfect
but
timing.
if not, you could just watch it tomorrow morning when you wake up.
Yep, because it'll be definitely uploaded. And also, I hear that you and the Insomnia crew, you and Crypto, and I guess Vinsanity too. I never got the word on whose side she was playing on that night.
No, she was solo.
Oh, solo. Oh, so it was a three-way. Oh, so it was a three-way matchup. All right, I got you.
So we right.
So you guys knocked out the Blitz pickup and Finsanity in one shot.
We won the whole thing. All right, so we as a 2-man race, us versus them, we won. As in a five race, she won. We came in second.
Wow.
She won. She came in first. Me and Crypto tied in second. Tony came in third, and then Lewis came in fourth.
But the important information is that the Blitz pickup didn't win either.
No, we beat that. So that's why we're issuing the challenge to the League-wide Wednesday crew.
That's what I hear, and that's what I hear. And now that's where it starts to affect me. Okay. And so I hear that you guys are bold enough to now, you guys are in your feelings. You're walking around with a lot of bravado, and you think that you can take out, first of all, Miss Finn's alone. Secondly, with yours truly, her co-host for League-wide Wednesday, the League-wide Wednesday crew. And you guys are issuing the challenge. When is this challenge supposed to take place?
Oh, whenever Miss Finn's accepted it.
Oh, Miss Finn's. I'm not sure she's aware of it yet. She probably is now if she's listening.
Yeah, we'll do it at her house, our house, El Capitan's house, Michael K's house,
Right.
doesn't matter whose house.
Wow, that's going to be a good one. I mean, she's got a really good audience to pull from when it comes to ideas and strategies and all of that. She's got Michelle Walter's in her chat, who is her pigskin pick'em champion, right?
So I'm 10 pounds of Michelle Pfeiffer. There you go.
This can be a good one. It's gonna be a good one. Well, I, as her co-host, can only accept for myself, but I do accept the challenge.
Yeah, I'm sure she
And I
will.
would encourage Miss Fins to as well.
Yeah, I know she won't. Look, at the end of the day, we're having fun here. I know that's what
Oh
she's
yeah,
about,
she
man.
ain't. Yep, she ain't scared. Surprised she didn't already challenge y'all. You know, she's big time now.
Yeah. I forgot.
But
My bad. Yeah. She is. We're not up.
You can find Miss Fins at the stadium tonight, giving as many people hugs as she can stand to give. I'm kidding. I shouldn't promise that out for her. She'd be like, everybody wanted a hug.
Yeah, Michelle. Yeah, I heard she is good.
Oh yeah. She's in the 90 something percentile with her pick'ems.
Yeah.
But so either case, that's gonna wrap it up for a coffee and a cup of yours truly Culler. Dolphins facing the Bills tonight at 8:15 for a huge AFC East matchup early in the year. It looks like both teams want to bring it. So we'll see who actually does. And yeah, I guess I'm sticking with my thought. I'm going 17-16 Miami on 258 yards of rushing. Don't book it because you'll lose money. But other than that, y'all have a great one. Fins up. Thank you again, Shake. And we out.